Want to participate in a Don and Mike Show contest? How about this? You or a member of your household can only win once for 60 days. You must comply with any age limitations for each contest. For complete contest rules, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the mighty WJFK, P.O. Box 3649, Washington, D.C. 20007. Thank you, and God bless.
Everybody loves Don and Mike.
Yep. Eye stick.
Yeah. Move this thing over a little bit so I can do that right there.
It's an eye stick.
Is my wife still here?
Really?
Oops.
Yeah. I'm real sorry. I was late.
I don't care.
I forgot about the meeting.
I don't care. You did get a rare glimpse into living with Freda.
Yeah.
The terror within.
She was cool. She was totally nice to me. She didn't give me any hard time. You, though, you, Mr. Man.
What do you mean?
I walk in, I'm late for the meeting, and you say, no problem. She's the one you have to deal with.
Well, you don't know that before. We had a meeting today about the website. And the only reason that my wife is here is that she runs my money. So she goes to the people at the website. Anyway, Mike has to give some money, so we can keep the website going.
Right.
And I don't want to talk with Mike about that. I don't know anything about money. So I said, how about you come down and you meet with Freda? And Mike said, sure. And Freda got here at 2 o'clock today.
When I was supposed to be here.
And then I would go back. I had to kick her out.
She is.
Hey, come here for a second. If she's leaving.
She was coming in, you better give me some spray.
Oh, dear.
She's leaving.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, embarrassing.
Did you just let one go?
Yeah. On my side. Have her come in on your side.
No.
That's really horrible.
She won't even notice it, I bet.
That is really
Might
bad.
not even come in now.
No, it's bad.
Hey, baby.
Tandoori chicken.
Hold on. Do you smell anything? Go over on Mike's side.
No.
Go on Mike's side. Do you smell anything?
No.
Listen, here's the thing. Don't matter none to me. I know you. I love you the way you are. She was sitting back there. I had to kick her out.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking to her.
I had to kick her out of the office because it's 2 o'clock, and people are coming in.
You know when I remembered I had the meeting?
When?
I was in town at, 1:15.
Wow.
I was looking for coffee tables.
Wow. You need those.
For the new house. It completely escaped my mind.
So, there's the spray. So what happens is, she's in the office. I get to work, and she's already in the office. And the people are coming in. Buzz comes in. Rob comes in. Beth Ann comes in.
I did remember before I pulled in the parking lot, though. No, which for me is pretty good sometimes, and I was really freaked out.
I said to Freda, you got to get out of the office now. It's like, it's like home at work now. She's here. So I put my wife in the green room. And I made her wait in there. And then after about 20 minutes, I went down the hall to check on her, and she was sitting there, and what you didn't get, and I think she didn't give it to you because, who was in there, Todd Hughes?
Yeah, Todd was in there talking to her.
The reason that you didn't
thank you to Michael Hughes for that.
What, for sheltering you from the blast?
For defraying,
because
for whatever reason,
you don't know.
If Freda had been sitting there, if you had been sitting there, Freda, I'm speaking to you directly. I hate it when people do that to me. Hi.
Hello.
If you had been sitting there with your eyes on me, I would have been freaked out because I was 25 minutes late.
Why?
So what she had said before you arrived was, she said, he's 20 minutes late. That's rude.
Right.
I said,
It is rude.
And then she said, well, I'm going to give him 10 more minutes, and that's it. And I know that when Freda says that, oh, brother, man, you're screwed.
Yeah, I'm real sorry
You're
about
screwed.
No, you were within the acceptable window.
Yeah, but 15 minutes is my acceptable window. I think you can leave any time after 50. I was 5 minutes later than that.
The reason I like you, the reason I'm not divorced, I have very low expectations. You were within my...
And me too.
God bless you.
All right.
And me too.
Okay. All right.
And me too. Low expectations.
Yeah, low expectations. And now I'm going to go get the Christmas lights.
Christmas lights, that's right.
We've
come to the compromise of the Christmas lights.
No. The answer on the Christmas lights, as everything, if I really disapproved, all I have to do is do nothing, and it wouldn't happen.
Okay, now see, there she goes again. Some
psychology.
What that is that's not only psychology, that's a slam buzz. What she's saying is if she didn't go to physically buy the lights today, she doesn't believe it would ever happen. Well, then, darling, don't go buy the lights today. I told you this morning, you said you're going to go buy them. I said, great, get the big ones, the red ones, the green ones, the blue ones, the outdoor ones.
You've already, you had the perfect weekend. Saturday couldn't have been more beautiful. You've had beautiful days go by. Right. So I just know next week it'll probably be crappy, and then it would be postponed and not happen, and then
supposed to have another storm coming.
Let me just say,
yeah, there you go.
Let me just say, imagine that you're a 46-year-old guy. You wake up at 6 o'clock in the goddamn morning. You come down to have your coffee, and what you just heard is exactly what I hear, exactly the tone, exactly the verbiage. Not only, see, I can react to it now.
But what a dynamo she is. Look at the energy she's got.
I
Look
can
at all the
roll
stuff
with
she
it
does.
now because I've been up, for God's sake, since 6 o'clock this morning.
But that's not even true. That's not even
What's
true.
not true?
Take it back. I don't start in on you when you come down to the breakfast table. Take it back.
Yes, you do.
Or else you're an idiot to be married to me. You're an idiot.
I'll leave it there.
All right.
I'm
Call your lawyer.
I'm an idiot to be married to
Call
you.
your lawyer.
No, no.
I'm sure it would be.
No, don't do that.
I'm sure it would be well.
You
Call my lawyer. My lawyer is your lawyer, baby.
No, then get your own. Call them all, dude. Like Tony Soprano. Call everyone.
She'd chew you up.
Yeah.
You're funny. What do you want me to say?
Kristen.
What do you want me to say?
That's
What am I saying I'm
that's
sorry
not-
for?
You're saying that that's not true.
That what's not true.
That I don't harp on you the minute you come down to the breakfast table.
Well, sometimes you bring up topics very early in the morning.
Topics.
Yeah.
Topics.
Topics.
Topics. Pardon me for bringing up topics.
Sometimes in the morning when I sit down, the very first thing I'll say, hi, how are you? You say, good morning, and
The
then,
topic is usually, I love you.
yes, correct.
All right.
Who initiates that first?
I think it's equal.
When you do the show, when you two do the show,
I think so.
when you two do the show with the microphone in your kitchen, is this the body language that you're going to have?
Your
when you
arm
do it?
around her.
Is it going to really? The only
The only way that's gonna happen is if I end up like Captain Dan from Forrest Gump. If I lose my legs,
You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
if I lose my legs, I mean, God, I would have Rob come to the house in a rickshaw, put me on his back, and ride me to work.
Would too.
You could be like that race car driver. He drives Indy cars with no legs.
Hey, can you tell Mike's chewing gum?
Yep.
Does that bother you?
Not a bit. My expectations are low.
I had tandoori chicken, and I'm not gonna. Just give me a little more time with it. I gotta freshen my breath.
All right. Well, baby.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Merry Christmas.
Come here. Mwah. Give me some chewing gum. Mwah. Love you.
I love you.
I know you do.
All
Could
right.
you say it like you mean it?
I love you.
There you go. That's
Pretty
my
close.
girl. That's my girl. Yeah.
That's the way I say it, like I mean it, but I'm resigned.
Yeah, I know. Good luck in the weather.
Thanks.
Yes, drive carefully.
Hope nothing happens. Watch out for that fog out there.
Thank you. Thank you for waiting.
Bye, baby.
I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Can I tell you something, Jack?
Mm-hmm.
That is unnerving. That is unnerving to me.
You get a little wobbly when she's around the office.
I love her, but this is where I escape her. I mean, if I'm going to visit with her in this environment, it's always, there's a telephone between us.
Yeah, I know.
It's different when she's just right down the hall, and the thing is, she comes in here like it's a goddamn social.
Well, your fear, you make me afraid of her.
Her MO is she comes in like it's a goddamn social club. I'm not kidding. She's like, oh, Julie, hello, how are you? Like they're, Chandel, how are you? Oh, we got to get together and talk. Where are all these? And all of a sudden, it's like everywhere.
What kind of man views work as an escape from his wife? How dare you? Well, there's him too.
I think you guys are overreacting.
Did you hear for a brief moment when the real demon inside her jumped out at me? I don't like to think I was overreacting, but when she came up with the thing about the lights, I don't even remember what it was that she said.
She said it was a perfectly nice weekend that you missed last week.
You missed that, and
boom, 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 boom.
and that if she did nothing, nothing would get done. Yeah,
Right. Boom, boom, out go the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
This is Michael Scott Shannon.
And this is Milburn Drysdale, president of the Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills and personal banker to Granny. Oh, Granny.
I would like to announce a special contest.
Oh.
Right now, big caller number 9 on the Super Shan Santa Claus line.
Hope it's
And
sponsored by Pepsi AC.
you will get the limited edition Michael J. Fox bobblehead doll.
What a wonderful trinket for the holidays. I think it's simply divine.
It shakes.
Thanks about that. The Michael J. Fox bobblehead doll.
That's very good. I like that indeed. Indeed, I do. Well, that looked great in the back of the car. Especially if you're going over potholes.
3 completely lame groaners. 3. What U.S. military special operations group is the most fashionably attired?
What?
Old Navy SEALs.
You like that one so much you couldn't get through it. You always get through the groaners.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Hello, this is Detective Michael Scott Shannon.
And I'm Milburn Drysdale.
What TV star always gets the munchies?
Which one?
Reefer Sutherland. Finally, hello, this is Michael Scott Shannon.
And hi, everybody, I'm Milburn Drysdale.
I hate it when you jump out of character, indicating that you have a less than 100% belief in these completely lame groaners.
I am Milburn Drysdale.
That's better.
What's the most popular Hanukkah horror film?
Which one?
The Hand That Rocks the Dreidel.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Dreidel, I'm laughing.
Here we go. Okay. Hi, everybody. It's time for the choice. Old Navy SEALs, Reefer Sutherland, Hand That Rocks the Dreidel. They go to Buzz first. Buzz.
My judgment's clouded. I'll say the prep service. The joke service.
I'm going to say prep service.
Hey.
However,
Yes.
You can't do a trick.
No, that's not
You
fair.
can't.
that's
That
right.
is not fair.
Yes, we can.
That's totally unfair.
Rob wrote one of them.
I know which one he wrote.
Which one did he write?
The Hand That Rocks the Dreidel. Maybe.
Or did he?
Let's see. Here's what we have here. Don't get into this game with them.
No.
Because they don't want anybody to win it.
You can't win.
No, come on.
Some were written by Rob. One was written by Rob. One was written by the prep service.
Well, I said the one I guess was the Dreidel.
Dreidel, I agree.
Rob, you're right. You're right. Okay.
No prize.
Okay.
Hello.
Congratulations.
You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
And here's the door.
There it is. Hi.
Based on a true story, he was a neo-Nazi with one true enemy. Himself. A man of faith, a man of hate, and a soul torn apart. Viewer discretion advised.
How have you been?
Nah.
You know, the Groner's game
Yeah?
is a complicated tapestry.
Sure is.
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Has-Been and all the ships at sea.
Has been.
They always remember WW, Don Geronimo, and Mike O'Mara.
Thank you, Robert. That's about the letter the guy wrote me yesterday.
Oh, there we go. Right.
WW, the double WWW.
That guy.
Don and Mike show, new episode on this Tuesday. Let's get retarded on Tuesday, 1-2-07-04.
I got a Mike Buzz Burbank here.
No, he's not retarded.
Yeah, hi. This is the Don and Mike Show, and it's December 7th, 20-4. Call us from anywhere in America, 877-365-3636. From Canada, Mexico, 800-636-1067, and D.C., 202-432-1067.
Wonderful.
Before we start today, a couple of very quick notes. First, this is the closest in a while that anyone has gotten with sending us a letter that just says, Don and Mike, North Pole. Now, I can't give total credit to the people at American Graphics Installations in Fairfield, California. Because it does say, Don and Mike, North Pole, Fairfax, Virginia.
Okay.
However, there is no zip code.
Right.
There is no street address.
Excellent.
It just says Don and Mike, North Pole, Fairfax, Virginia. What the guy said.
One year we did a real big thing about it. You said it like every day, and the post office had a lot of North Pole letters.
Yeah, the post office called us up. There's twice the post office called us up and said stop. The first time they were more serious. That's when we did the send us food in the mail game.
Oh, that was very bad.
And then there was the time that we said, just everybody send us a letter, Don and Mike, North Pole. It'll get here. And
They're all stacked up. It looked like a Miracle on 34th Street.
anyway, it's been a while, so that made me laugh that almost got here.
Yeah.
And then we got a reply this morning from Roger, who is over in Iraq, who sent us an email, sent us a letter with his email address about a month ago.
Right, you gave it
and
out.
we got this response. I'm going to give out his address again. It's Roger Allen, Alan, Woodworth, WOOD, WORTH, at Donandmike.army.mil. That's it'll be on our website, donandmikewebsite.com.
I know that guy, actually.
How do you know him?
I know. I met him at a party. In fact, we were the last two guys at the party. It was Roger and me.
Wow.
I'm so very sorry.
Don't be. I'm not be sorry.
Happy holidays, everyone. From my house to your house. Thank you. I know it was a long way to go, but I couldn't figure out the way to get there.
And I couldn't figure out what you were doing. I'm glad that's where you were going. And I thought, God, did this guy come into the Look Around Cafe?
No, it's just Roger and me.
Look Around Cafe.
So he writes, Hi, Don and Mike Show. Thanks for the nice reply. I've gotten a ton of very nice emails from all over the country. Everyone was so nice and had a word of encouragement. I'm still reading them and plan on replying when the internet service is running better. I'm told next week. Ha ha. I have had a chance to go to your website, listen to some clips. Thanks again. P.S. Roger. P.S. I went to the same school as Craig Wilson and rode on the same bus.
Wow.
That's from Roger, who's over in Iraq. And if you want to shoot him an email, that would be very nice. Here we go. Dave, Don and Mike Show. Hello, Dave.
Hi, Don. How are you?
Hi, we're doing great.
Tonight is the first night of Hanukkah. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Dude, not only do I know it, I'm living it. I'm all over it. Mike, the Hanukkah guy, will be here shortly.
Michael Hoffman will be here with all of his Hanukkah stuff.
For our annual Hanukkah show.
Do you know the significance of the number of candles on the menorah and why they're that many?
I do.
No,
Mike's
I do not.
explained it to us before.
I do. I always forget.
It was it was something about oil, wasn't it?
Right. There was enough oil when they came into the temple that had been destroyed. There was a small amount of oil in a lamp, and it was expected to burn for only...
Hey, dude, listen, no offense, dude. You can give me a lesson on religion here?
Oh, no, just on the symbolism.
Well, have you heard Michael Hoffman on the show?
Just wait. You'll get your time.
He's very good. He's coming in. He'll explain it.
We have the big Hanukkah guy coming in today.
And in the meantime...
I'm sorry, I didn't know that, but is he going to teach you how to play the dreidel, though?
Yes, we know how to play. We play the dreidel.
Can I tell you something?
Where have you been?
We played the dreidel for money.
I'm probably more Jewish than you are.
I don't know.
With all of the years that Mike has come in and done his Hanukkah shows with us.
Are we going to do dreidel for cash again this year?
Of course we are.
Did we offend some people one year when we did that?
We love betting on the dreidel. We lay down money.
And what is that cash called in Yiddish?
Gelt.
Oh, you guys, my hat's off. My yarmulke's off to you.
All right.
And that cash is also used for the chocolate coins that are given away at Hanukkah.
My son loves them.
There you go.
Okay. Why'd you have to
go have a jelly donut and a potato pancake, you hump?
Why'd you have to bring your son in on this? Why does he have to know that his dad is such a jerk?
You're a nudge.
Well, thank you. Actually, he's not Jewish because my wife's not, so he wants a Christmas tree.
As you people would say,
what the hell is going on, boys?
You're a putz.
These guys are flying around.
Hold on, what, Rob? What is happening here?
It's always nice when Dave F. can call.
Oh.
Hey,
zero,
wait if he heads up, though.
Stroke.
What's that?
00 stroke 0015.
Congratulations.
You caught me.
Yeah.
Selected as a charter member in the Don and Mike Exclusive Listeners Club.
Rob, when did we first track this guy?
Don and Mike.
Oh, Dave F.?
Yes.
Date is
Be sure to watch
June 3rd of this year.
Yeah, it was the Rosso call.
So he's waited about 6 months. He's not allowed to call anymore.
Never again. And your voice is not allowed to be heard on the air.
Right. You're in the book, dude.
What do you have to say to that?
Good day.
I said, what do you have to say to that?
Hung up.
He hung up.
He's off to watch Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights.
He hung up. Anyway, yes, we got Hanukkah covered today.
Yes.
Leave it to us.
That's right.
Okay? As I mentioned to that guy, I'm not a member of the religion, but I think after all these years, even though I don't know what all the 8 candles are for, Michael will tell me.
That's right.
I feel Jewish today.
And the thing is, he always brings a new dreidel in, a different kind of dreidel.
And Rob Dover.
Very excited about that.
It's only one day I feel Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel Jewish every day. What is the percentage of you that is Jew?
12.5%.
12.5% Jewish.
He's not in the best.
14.
It goes up.
High is 14.
It goes up. Yesterday, right around this time, in the first hour of the show, I had a chat. We had a chat with a very nice retarded boy that works here at the station named Justy.
Justy Johnson.
Justy Johnson does the late night show here on WJFK with Alex Himanahosa. And Justy is a lifelong Detroit Lions fan. He's the guy that has Indianapolis tattooed on his back in gigantic letters because he wanted to bet me about who's going to win the Lions and the Colts game.
And those letters practically haven't healed yet.
I am a lifetime Packers fan. You know that. So yesterday before the show, he came into the office and he said, with just that adorable, retarded-looking grin.
It is. That kind of blank stare that really is on his face almost 90% of the time.
You want to bet? I said, do I want to bet on what? The games this weekend.
And it's a logo bet, right?
Yeah, Detroit and Green Bay. So I'm going to call J-Dubs up now because he's not Justy Johnson currently here. Oh, excuse me, Justy. Give him a call, set up the terms for this bet, because I feel so bad for the lad. I'm going to give him a shot at least. I'm going to offer up my arm for a tattoo as well.
Okay.
Although I feel like I'm playing with house money here.
He doesn't seem to mind.
With the mighty, mighty Green Bay Packers at home against Detroit.
Hello?
Hey, Dubs, it's Don and Mike.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Justin.
Did we wake you up?
No, I'm on my way in just a few minutes.
Ah, cool. Just wanted to, if you had a second to discuss our bet, kind of to formalize it.
Sure thing.
Okay, so the bet is that I'll take the Packers, you take the Lions, there's no points, right?
Nope, straight up bet.
Straight up bet. Okay. And the loser gets the other team's logo tattooed on. Now, I have my Batman tattoo on my right shoulder, so it would have to be, in my case, on my left shoulder. Mm-hmm. What shoulder, when you lose, would you like the big G to be on?
Now, I don't have any rooms on my shoulders because I've got a lot of tattoos. So I would like to do mine Packer backer on my back. Would that be a problem?
Without a logo?
I'll even do the logo, right, Packer, logo backer.
How about just a big Green Bay Packers logo?
How about the G? Well, now listen, I don't want...
Packer G.
But, Mike, half of his upper back is already taken up with the tattoo that says Indianapolis.
But wouldn't it be great with Indianapolis and then underneath that it's a big Packer G? Were you thinking lower back, center?
Well, in this regard, I don't want to be unfair to him because it's like taking advantage of somebody. I think I don't want his.
Where are you going to tattoo the Detroit logo if the Packers happen to lose?
Like it's going to happen, but if it does, Mike, right here on my upper right shoulder.
All right, and Dubs, you want to put Packer backer on your back?
Yeah.
Underneath Indianapolis?
Yes.
How about can I make a suggestion? How about the Packer G right on the back of your neck, like right at your hairline?
I would like to have it be able to cover up sometimes with a shirt. If I
with a shirt.
You know,
okay.
Now you're starting to show some judgment.
All right, so we'll go with I'll go with the Lions logo on my shoulder if the Packers lose, and you go with the Packers logo on your back, or do you want to just it written Packer backer?
I'll do whatever you guys want. Yeah, as long as I can cover up sure, whatever you guys want.
We'll go with the G.
Just the G. About that big?
G.
About the size of a coaster?
I would say as big as I would have it put on my shoulder.
Okay.
That would be
very good.
It would be the same size tattoo for both Dubs and I.
That's fair. Does that sound fair to you, Dubs?
That sounds perfectly fair.
Why are you so retarded?
Well, you know, all of a sudden lose a chromosome. You have to live with it.
You live with it. And how's your mom doing, president of the janitors union?
I haven't talked to her since, so...
you haven't? You really should.
Well, we'll have the big tattoo show on Monday, J-Dubs.
All right, very good.
Okay, dude.
All right, see you then.
When's the last time the Lions won in Green Bay?
It has to be about 9 years.
It would be 1992, I think.
He knows this.
Maybe a little. Maybe he's right. Maybe 9 years.
Still he bets.
Maybe 9.
Still he wagers. Yes, Buzz.
You know, I just want you to know, I'm not a predator. I'm not down in the garage trolling for these young guys from the late night shows, wanting to.
Nobody likes the easy bet better than you, though. Nobody likes the easy bet.
Well,
what are you supposed to do?
Turn him away? I can't help it. Can't help it.
You like the sure thing. I've just heard the two most delightful words.
What?
Sure thing. Remember Wall Street?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I do, yeah. What if we, well, never mind. What if we got a tattoo? Wasn't your mom's name Karen?
Yes.
What if somehow we had a tattoo that involved your mom's name?
You think down the road we can do that?
Like a
like, how about on your... You don't have anything right on your forearm, do you?
No, I don't.
Because it could be like the heart and then the ribbon with Karen on it.
Again, the shirt thing. But yeah, I think you should get the Karen tattoo.
Okay,
with a mop on the side of it, yeah.
No, a mop, yes, with a mop.
Yeah, that's right, Dubs. All right, we'll start with the logo bet, which is official. So that'll happen this weekend. I'll take the Packers, you'll take the Lions, and we'll be in Monday for the results.
All right, very good.
Okay.
He's set.
Okay, very
Bye,
good.
Dubs.
Bye.
All right, see ya.
Bye, Justy. There he goes.
That's Justy Johnson.
Justy Johnson.
Which is really the name he should have, Justy Johnson. And his incredible dumbass tattoos.
He is just such an idiot. Football. I have a question about football. If anybody watched the Monday night game last night, I do not remember the commercial. It was in the first half. You got to help me out on this. It was a commercial that had a lot of celebrities in it. It was one of these like going through a party or a store very quickly.
The Gap?
Hold on, I'm getting to... No, it wasn't the Gap.
Okay.
Burt Reynolds is in a scene with Paris Hilton.
Yes, I saw
Burt Reynolds, while he's talking to Paris Hilton, holds up the super terrific, happy Chinese cat alarm clocks.
It's called technically a Maneki Neko, a beckoning cat.
That we've had on those alarm clocks that we've had on the show that make those incredible, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
It's a cat with a right arm that goes up and down and up. I mean, I can't explain it to you now.
The beckoning cat.
Yes.
The cat is beckoning us. Yes.
It will bring you good luck always.
Anyway, it's one of those things. This is the problem with advertising. I'm watching the game. I see the commercial. I go, oh, look, there's Burt Reynolds with the Mecca-Heine-Ho cat. And then what's the commercial for? I absolutely just...
I don't remember either.
Zeroed out.
Too.
I don't know. Hold on. Maybe somebody's got it here. I see all these lines ringing. I'll just pick this one up. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Yeah, hi. I know the commercial they're talking about. It was the T-Mobile commercial.
T-Mobile?
T-Mobile.
Yeah.
T-Mobile?
Well, hold on. Here's a guy who says it was for something else. Lauren.
Yeah, it's a T-Mobile commercial. It's the new Sidekick.
Oh, that's right.
Says on the screen Sidekick.
Like
okay.
a blueberry thing.
And,
Blackberry thing.
Maybe you're right. Did you see Burt Reynolds with the super terrific happy alarm clock?
Yeah, and I think Snoop Dogg's in the commercial, too.
Yeah, you're right. He's the very last guy in the commercial.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
They all talk about him.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's what it is.
See? There's some more of us getting out there. There's something that's in some way associated with us. I saw that last night.
Yes. Cutting edge.
I immediately called Rob like it's an emergency.
Even though I should tell you, beckoning cat would be thousands of years old.
I know, but we brought it to prominence
in
recently.
The popular media, this show brought them up.
But 3,000 years ago, the emperor of China was walking down the street, and a cat called to him. It beckoned to him. And when he walked over to the cat, something fell right where the emperor had been standing, and the cat saved the emperor's life.
So cats became sacred.
And that's why it is good luck always.
Good luck always.
Good luck in everything you do always.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So this commercial runs, and I picked up the phone to call Rob, and I'm so excited. I said, are you watching the game? He said, no, I'm watching something else. I said, there's just the greatest commercial with the super terrific happy alarm clock cat, and it was Burt Reynolds, and I said, crap.
Right.
Yes.
I can't remember what the commercial was.
You could not remember commercial.
What is the commercial?
That is not the failure of you. That is the failure of commercial.
So anyway, there it is. If you want to see the alarm clock cats,
you will.
That we love, watch for that commercial. It's time for the fantasy football. We got a lot of stuff to cover in the first break of the Tuesday show. And joining us now is our crooked commercial, crooked commissioner.
Yeah, our commissioner happens to be taking a lot of the payoffs. Paydays.
Not this week,
doing
Mike.
Very well. Were you the man this week?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Cream rises.
Must be nice.
You know,
I can't fix it every week, Mike. Everybody will get suspicious.
Do you realize if you paid attention, even with your record, if you won this weekend, because our league is like the AFC and the NFC, I think you could make the playoffs.
Really?
He's still in it. He's still got a shot,
and
even after losing.
And what's his record?
4-9.
I don't even know how to log in, guys. Wow.
John?
I mean, nobody's ever told me, here's a new password. I said, I need a new password. I don't have a password.
Wehere's the results from our fantasy week.
Everybody's jumping up going, hey, Mike, we'll get you a password.
Yeah.
No.
Get right on it.
Johnny.
All right.
How'd we do?
All right, let's see. In the first game, I beat Rob 105-90. Buzz wins is, like his fourth straight. He's got 103-62 over Joe.
Watch out for Buzz Burbank.
The sleeping giant, Bart Source, awoke this week. He won 128-64 over Mr. O'Mara.
64. Way to go, Dubs. You know, the guy that's managing my team is the guy that's, like, getting his body painted.
And in the last game, Don beat BA 129-82 to take the money.
Wow.
That's right.
That's harsh.
You knocked off BA, huh?
That's right. I'm proud. I beat a girl. I'm proud. She's got the best team in the league, I believe.
Yeah, she does, really.
I believe she does.
True.
So what are the standings?
Maybe I should get back involved and maybe see if I can do some last-minute
Well, we have one more regular season week. That will be next week, and then we're into the playoffs. In the short division, Don's sitting on top at 8-5. Rob and Mike are 4-9 tied, and Joe's at 3-10. A little bit out of it. Rob and Mike.
What a terrible season we're having.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You still got a shot. You get a win this week, and Rob gets a loss, and you're in. In the long division, things are a big mess. Bart's sitting at the top with 9-4. Beth Ann, John, and Buzz all tied at 8-5.
Right behind them.
You can see all the results of our fantasy football and our weekly lineups at DonandMikeWebsite.com. Click on the link for fantasy football.
But, you know, if we both lose, I'll still get in because I've scored more points.
I hate to say this to you, Mike, because I know that, Rob, no offense.
No,
I love
I'm
you.
taken.
I love you, but you're so much more a man than he is when it comes to sports.
You mean if I actually logged in and really paid attention this week, put a starting lineup in that I thought was decent? What? But I thought Dubs lives and dies football.
So I was talking to the boy. I'm talking to the boy.
Not mine, right.
I'm talking to the boy about this, and I said, "Boy, you lost again." He said, "No, if I win, I'm going to win the tiebreaker with Mike and Joe because I've scored more points." He's more into it.
Yeah, I know he is.
He's more into it.
And I would also beat you in a theater fantasy league.
Yes, because you lettered in theater arts.
That's right. I drafted Liza.
I don't think it really matters because I think Beth Ann, who came into this kicking and screaming, will eventually be the winner in our league this year.
Win the Super Bowl?
That's because her team has been subsidized.
That's right.
Yes.
I promise that
paid for by our listeners.
I promise next year I'll get more into it.
That's a promise?
That's a promise I intend to keep.
And I promise that next year I'm going to ask for you to be in my division again.
Okay. All right. I'll pay attention. I will. I promise.
I'd like the same divisions next year. I like our division where you can go 4-9 and still get in the playoffs.
Do you know why I didn't? I have a legitimate excuse this year. In years past, I have been at least a little more involved. This year, when we were doing the draft, it was right around the World Series time. You know, it was like a playoffs baseball, and I only one sport on my mind.
That's why he drafted Johnny Damon.
Yeah, Mountain Man.
So that's the football stuff. That is on the website.
Wow,
if you're
exciting
about that. Yeah, it's a buzz.
It is exciting.
I think it is.
There's great potential here.
I think it is.
Yep, I agree.
I love the fact that I picked up Julius Jones. I picked him up 2 weeks ago, didn't even know it, just thought,
My name is Julius, I'm your twin brother.
They need a running game in Dallas, and last night, look at him, hail Julius. You know what that is? That's 38 fantasy points last night.
Well, isn't it easier to manage a fantasy team now? Because, the cream is starting to rise to the top. We're seeing more blowouts. We're seeing the teams that are going to be going to the playoffs a little bit more. But then again, you hear these coaches say nobody knows exactly what the playoff picture is going to be like.
There's two ways of doing it. You could be like Beth Ann, who just has had the same players that she's had all year.
Right.
And when I looked at her team, I thought, God, Emmett Smith, please, that guy sucks. Rod Smith in Denver, yeah, she doesn't do anything with her team, and she's won 8 games. Me, every week, I'm looking to see who's dropped, who can I pick up, what scary genius move can I make.
Right.
I got the same amount of wins as she does, and my kid, who pays 0 attention, has the best record in the league.
Well, it really doesn't matter. That's what that should show you.
Well, no, Mike, it shows me.
It's luck. It's pure luck.
No, it shows me like picking up Julius Jones, that's genius. Picking up Willis McGahee, that's genius. Picking up Joe Horn, even though he's on a loser team, that's genius. You know what's not genius? Is thinking that every week Michael Vick's going to run for like 300 yards. That's stupid.
Michael Vick has certainly let you down this year, hasn't he?
He let me down before I gave him up, and he started letting Don down.
I mean, here's the
Did you just drop him?
Yeah, I did. I got tired of it.
So this is the kind of jerk I am. I call Buzz up. And I call him up like 10 minutes later. I see on Sunday morning he's dropped him. I call Buzz up. I go, hey, fool, I'll take your leftovers any day.
Wasn't that your number one draft pick?
Yeah, he was, as a matter of fact. And he let me down, and halfway through the season, I ditched him. Don picked him up, thought that was a great victory. Hasn't worked out so well.
Yeah, well, I got another guy. Maybe you heard of Tom Brady.
How many quarterbacks do you have now?
Only 2 now. I threw Roethlisberger back, and I threw Hasselbeck back.
Threw Roethlisberger back?
Yeah, that's right, because I wanted to pick up Joe Horn.
There he is.
Maybe you'd like Steve McNair.
Hold on, let me think about that.
Would you like one of my quarterbacks?
No, I've got plenty of quarterbacks. Who do you have?
I don't know.
You can pick up any of mine. Just go to Sibley Hospital. Joe Horn.
Joe Horn.
Joe Horn, everybody. Hold on, one more call as long as we're on the topic of fantasy football. Former Washington Redskins great. Hello, Dexter.
Hello, this is Dexter Manley. How y'all doing?
Halfway. You got me a little bit there. Hi, Dexter.
I didn't even really commit to it myself.
No.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, yeah.
How did you enjoy the football game this past Sunday?
Yeah, I saw Rob Spiewak there.
Who?
Bob Spiewak.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing, Tom?
How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing great.
Hey, Tom?
Yeah?
How do you spell horn?
H-O-N-D.
Hand. Perfect.
You're right. How do you spell hand?
H-A-N-D.
Hand. Yeah.
Close. How about handy?
H-A-N-D. A-N-D.
Hand.
Tom, have you got your Christmas shopping done yet?
Not yet.
What do you want for Christmas, Tom?
I already got
Brain.
it. I got a computer chip in my computer.
Oh, a computer chip in your computer.
Yeah, it's a Pringles.
And...
You got a computer chip in your computer?
No, I got a computer chip in my computer.
Right. Yeah. All right.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Tom?
Yeah?
Tom, what'd you get for your computer?
Computer chair to sit in.
Mike, you got
a
a chair.
computer chair.
Chair to sit
computer
in.
chair.
I thought he was saying chip all the time.
I thought he was saying chip. That's your big present?
Yep.
He goes through them.
How do you spell chair?
C-A-I-R.
Yeah. It's my man.
Boy, I sure wish Tom could sing Christmas carols this year.
Mike, maybe in the last show. Maybe,
that'd be great.
We're until, the 17th?
Yeah, but you know, Tom doesn't sing well as a solo. It really needs a group.
We'd have to get the whole group together.
Yeah, the whole gang.
We'd have to get the group together. We'll think about it. All right, Tom?
Yeah?
How do you spell Christmas?
C-H-R-I-S-T-M-A-S.
Whoa, there we go, Tom.
Was that written down in front of you?
No.
How do you spell Hanukkah?
I don't know.
No.
How about Santa Claus?
S-A-T-A.
Say that.
Tom,
I'm telling you, Christmas was written down.
have you been naughty or nice?
No, I've been good.
No, you haven't.
How do you spell?
I have.
No, you haven't.
Good.
How do you spell nice?
Nice.
Yeah.
N-I-C-H.
See,
Perfect. How's your hip?
Good.
How could he possibly get Christmas?
Well, he's raised Catholic.
It's written down for
Are
him.
you walking better now, Tom?
Yes, I am. I'm staying straight up better than anything else.
Oh, good for you.
Excellent.
How do you spell Eve?
Eve. E-V. E-V-E-R.
Ever. Perfect.
Christmas ever.
He never lets down. Except on Christmas. I don't believe you on that, but it's okay.
And on New
Tom.
Year's ever.
That's right.
And
What, Tom? We got a break here.
I got another one.
Ever are.
Any message for Dennis Murphy, Tom?
Dennis Murphy, you suck. I got a good radio show than you do. I'm on RadioBBQ.net. Anybody out there listening?
BBQ.
It's Radio BBQ. I'm on Friday nights, 11 to 1, and
great.
Saturday, 9 to 10.
I think it's naughty to say that Tom sucks, Tom.
Is that Saturday morning or Saturday night, Tom?
Saturday night,
9 to 10.
9 to 10
p.m.
and Friday night, 11 to 1.
a.m.
Tom?
11 p.m. to
Tom?
1 a.m.
Tom?
Yes.
How do you spell Frosty?
Frosty is F-O-S-T.
Yes.
Post.
How about Snowman?
Snowman is S-H-O-W-M-A-N.
Showman.
Perfect.
Showman.
Hey,
Showman.
Bob?
Yeah.
What were you doing when I saw you walking towards the the entrance. I said, hey, Rob, you looked back and said, I saw you walking towards the...
I didn't hear you, Tom.
You didn't?
I did not.
I said, hey, Rob!
Everybody's always...
But how loud did you say it?
Real loud.
Let me hear.
Hey, Rob!
Yeah, that's how it sounded
Well, you saw
at
him
the stadium.
You saw him at the football game on Sunday?
I did. You know, Tom, I was so busy. I had an engagement that I could not avoid.
I saw you do all the announcement stuff.
That's right.
I was right in front of the cheerleaders on the 10-yard line.
Tom, how's your love life?
Good.
Good. Have you been on any dates lately?
Nope. I'd like to come in and be on the show sometime.
Well, maybe you can come sing next week, Tom.
When?
Maybe next Friday.
Next Friday? Good.
Yeah, hey, Tom.
You want to come down?
It's Charlie.
Yeah, Tom.
Hey, Charlie.
No, Tom.
Hey, Tom, take us to break.
Dynamite, go to break.
Oh, hold on. It wasn't Tom's fault.
And he hung up.
The thing just...
Oh, my.
Dynamite, go to break. He hung up. Okay, we'll be right back.
Is the Don and Mike Show.
I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh, cradle has to quit. Oh, cradle, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh, cradle has to quit. I have a little cradle, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh, cradle I shall play. Oh, cradle, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh, cradle I shall play. The Don and Mike Show.
Thank you, Dennis.
It's the wrong radio show in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong host, Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
I want my Hanukkah candy. Wow, wow, wow. Bring in Michael, please, Michael Hoffman, who's here to celebrate, I don't know how many years in a row now it's been that he's coming down and tipping us to the first day of Hanukkah.
This is fun. Always reminds me of the holidays.
Yep. I think, what was the deal last year? I know, we went on vacation.
There he is! Michael Hoffman!
We went on vacation way early. Hey, Mike, and that's why we didn't have him on the show last year.
Well, Christmas came out early last year.
Yes.
Hanukkah was on time.
Oh, all right. If you say.
And next year, Hanukkah actually comes out. The first night of Hanukkah is Christmas Eve next year.
Wow. Really?
Oh,
well, that's unusual, right?
It is. It's about the latest that can come out.
Don't you think they should always schedule the two holidays to run simultaneously?
We try and do it for your vacations, but it doesn't always work out.
Yeah. Get it? We try to do it for your vacations.
Right, I get it. I get it like... Never mind.
Yeah. He gets it.
And listen, I brought some holiday things for you today.
Oh, what do you have? That's so nice.
Well, the General Jelly Donuts.
Oh.
Right, we always get those.
I did get 2 chocolate for those people who really don't like jelly.
Okay.
So
And
nice.
I seem to remember hearing about Mike's diet. Mike,
yes.
How's the diet going?
Not well. No, it isn't.
All right, Michael, thank you for the donuts.
So that's the donuts.
And wait, hand them over in that direction. Yes.
And before we get to the Gelt and the Dreidels, I actually have other gifts for you this year.
Oh, he always shakes it up, ladies and gentlemen.
I must apologize. Oh, by the way, hi, Buzz.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Fine.
Welcome.
I ordered these things a couple of weeks ago, but the U.S. mail at this holiday time of year, there's a big Hanukkah rush of gifts.
Right.
So some of the things did not come in.
Okay.
So some of you got and some of you didn't. But first, I have something for Rob. The people, there are T-shirts for everybody.
Okay.
But these are the T-shirts that did not come, so I have pictures of Rob. So that's for Rob.
All right.
There's something for Joe.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Mike.
We also have something for Beth Ann.
Oh, well, you thought of everybody.
We have something for you, too, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
Buzz, something for you.
Wonderful. I'll pick it
And
up.
I actually have Don's.
Oh,
Don's
I'm the
actually
lucky one.
came.
Thank you. Okay.
And Beth Ann's also came. And they are all T-shirts with different, everybody got their own specialized
Oh, isn't that nice of you, Michael? Let me see what
and that's for Beth Ann.
Mine says.
Well, now yours is in Hebrew, Don.
Hold on.
You have to read the Hebrew, Don.
I can't.
I got mine. I can read mine.
I can't read the Hebrew. But,
maybe if you turn the shirt upside down, it would help.
All right, good.
Off now.
Hey! What's it say? Let me see what it says there.
When you turn it upside down. So that's
funny. This is why you're great on Hanukkah, why we love having you in to talk about Hanukkah.
I got a great one.
Michael gave me a shirt that, when you hold it right side up,
looks Hebrew.
It looks Hebrew, and I said, I have no idea what it says. When you look at it upside down, it very clearly and cleanly says, go F yourself.
That is fantastic.
Now, aren't you going to be like excommunicated for this stuff?
They still love me. That's why we have Yom Kippur.
That's right.
That's atonement, right? It's atonement.
Rob, what does Rob say?
Rob the Nazi. Remember Rob?
Okay.
No, it's not an upside down deal. At first glance, it says Yosemite, but you break it up so it says Yo Semite.
Especially.
Mike, what is yours?
I might have the best here.
What is yours?
Mike is a big Boston Red Sox.
I'm a huge Boston Red Sox fan. When this comes in, I'm going to wear it. It's a T-shirt that says "Jews for Jeter."
Jeter, the New York Yankees. Short.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's got the NY on the front of the T-shirt. That's got, or is that the back? No,
that's NY.
It's got the NY in Hebrew. It's great.
Well, I understand the Band-Aid on the Shamrock here. Mine says "Bris me, I'm Jewish." Bris me, I'm Jewish.
That's a great T-shirt.
Yeah. What'd you get, B.A.?
I got a pair of panties that I don't know what that says in Hebrew.
On the front, the 4 Hebrew letters are the letters on the dreidel.
Right.
Nun Gimel Hey Shin Nes Gadol Hayasham. And it says on the back the translation.
A great miracle happened here.
In Beth Ann's underpants.
Those are great. This is the best ever, Michael. Absolutely. You've outdone yourself.
Joe had, I don't remember the exact wording on Joe's, but Joe's was 3,000 years of excellence and showed a guy, Jewish-looking guy, building pyramids. And we got it for Joe because of his great excellence on the program.
Of course, right. Absolutely.
That's great.
Pyramid Construction Company.
Right.
You're right.
And it says Moses on the front.
You know what you are? You're a shock jock.
Who is that guy?
Well, it's just that's just a model, but sort of looks like you. No, it doesn't look like you at all.
No.
But
you are a shock jock. You bring us these vulgar T-shirts. You bring Beth Ann a thong and says good stuff happens here.
Great miracle.
Miracles happen here.
But anyway, for the dreidels.
Yes.
We have your dreidels.
Oh, I love the dreidels.
Oh, we love dreidel time.
I think I still have
your chocolate gelt.
Oh, chocolate gelt.
Yeah, those we love.
Oh, gimme. Oh, there we go.
I'll take some of that. Thank you very much, Michael.
And I have
appreciate it. Oh, good, a dreidel. There you go. There's some gelt.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody.
Yes. Oh, I love the dreidel. I love the dreidel.
And I do want to.
How much do you love it this year?
Put a plug in for the holiday of Hanukkah.
Yeah. Mike, I love it so much. I just won $40 for being the best in fantasy football, and I might want to put that $40 on the table in one dreidel dollar. We're not going to call them dreidel dollars. What do we call them?
Well, you were talking yesterday about Christmas cash.
Oh, yes. So they're dreidel dollars.
Dreidel dollars. Yeah, just a plug for the story of Hanukkah, which actually was heard a little bit earlier in the beginning of the show. And listen, the dude who called.
Yes.
Dude. You have a wonderful family, I'm sure, but next time, think of marrying Jewish too. Not just you, but as long as you're Jewish, you should observe the holiday of Hanukkah.
I agree.
And it's all about the meal.
How's the candy, Mark?
Very good.
All right, tell us the story now.
Just in 30 seconds or less.
No,
basically,
plenty of time.
Basically, it was a period of time, almost 3,200 years ago, where the Syrians were out to get the Jews to become Syrian, become Hellenized, become assimilated. Mm-hmm. Jews didn't want to. They revolted against the king who put idols in the temple and wanted Jews to give up their observance of the Sabbath and give up the observance of circumcision and all the major Jewish rituals. The Jews revolted. They won. When they got back to the temple, which had been desecrated, there was only one little vial of oil that they found to light the menorah. Mm-hmm. And that vial of oil, which only should have lasted one day, lasted 8 days. And the rabbis at the time declared that this, in fact, was a great miracle that happened there.
Right.
And that is why we celebrate Hanukkah to this day.
And, Mike, this was 3,000 years ago, over 3,000 years ago.
Almost 3,200 years ago.
Buzz, what was it like?
It was cold, as I recall. It was just mainly cold.
You never converted back then, though, did you?
No. Well, it was a political thing.
A political thing for you? All right.
Michael, what is your stance on people? I don't know if I've asked you this before, but what is your stance on people that celebrate both. Now, I'm not talking about like a Jewish guy that marries a Baptist.
Right.
Although,
You're talking about people that celebrate Jewish families, well, it usually is Jewish families that also celebrate Christmas.
Although,
if you're talking about a totally Jewish family, I'd say be happy with Hanukkah. I mean, Christmas is for Christians,
right?
And Hanukkah is for Jews.
How would you feel if there was ever a Christian family that said, you know, we like the lights and we like the pageantry,
and we have a lot of Jewish friends.
We're going to celebrate Hanukkah as well as celebrating Christmas. How would you feel about that?
I mean, I don't have any objections. I don't know how meaningful it would be. I'm really more concerned with Jews celebrating Hanukkah or Jews observing Judaism. If some Christians want to observe Hanukkah too, if it's meaningful to them, that's fine.
But couldn't there be
Don and I were both planning on doing it this year. We're actually going to celebrate Hanukkah.
I want to see that menorah at your restaurant. And I understand the restaurant's going kosher, correct?
Yes, all kosher. Yes, for the holiday.
Look Around Cafe.
Oh, you're allowing Jews in?
Stop it. Behave yourself. Just the rabbi.
All right. Just the rabbi. Michael, what is your plan for the first night of Hanukkah? Oh, and here's another important question. Just on the materialistic side of Hanukkah.
Right.
You get one gift every night for 8 gifts.
Well, actually, I don't do it like that.
No?
We give gelt. I actually give money.
Oh, you've told us
right,
with
right.
your kids.
It starts out 25 cents. Now, this is the way I do it. Most people don't do it like this. But we started out at 25 cents the first night.
Right.
By the end of 8 nights, it works out to $63.75 for my daughter, which isn't bad if you double it each night.
Right, gotcha.
Right. Okay.
How would you feel about, would this be bad protocol? I mean, how do you set this up if you're not going to do what you do with the cash and you're going to give your kid a present every night?
You can do it. People do it.
So here's the deal. It's like Christmas in this regard, that you get your kid maybe 10 presents for Christmas, and you got the 1 or 2 knocked out items, the easy bake oven, the bicycle, whatever.
Right.
Then you got the stuff where you're supposed to learn something like books and stuff, and then a video game.
Right.
In what order on Hanukkah do you build towards the last night?
It's usually is the last night.
Do you blow the bike on the first night, or do you save it till the last night?
If it were me and I were giving gifts, I'd save it for the last night.
Isn't that customary?
That's the length of the miracle.
And would you ever do something cruel? And you could do, this would be something great about being a Jew as opposed to being whatever I am. It would be great. There's nothing I used to love better with my kid than holding back a present that I knew he really wanted and just keep giving him crap presents. You know, like the ones from the relatives where, you know, it's sweaters and stuff.
Right. It's a pair of socks.
Would you ever do that? Because you're dealing with a limited amount of presents. Would you ever sucker your kid into a couple of days of really, really bad gifts, only to then on the next day say, hey, I was setting you up for it? See, because on Christmas morning you can do this because you're talking about a period of time of maybe 10 minutes.
Don, it seems to me that you're focusing on the materialism of the holiday.
As opposed to the religion. Sure, I'd do it. No, but
guilty, Mike.
I would do it. I would say it for the last. I'd make them. I'd do it. Guilty.
So is that how most Jewish kids now will think? They'll go, okay, tonight's cool, but a week from tomorrow night, that's the mother load.
I think families do it differently, but I think most kids, if you're giving gifts each night, would figure the biggest gift would come on the final night.
And what would you say to all of the Jewish people listening to our show now who don't normally hear us discuss Hanukkah because we don't know anything about it?
Right.
What would you say to them? I mean, if it was someone who was of our religion, you know, you'd say Merry Christmas and all that junk. I mean, do you have anything deeper than that you say, or is it
Happy Hanukkah, a Freilichen Hanukkah? That's Yiddish. A Freilichen Hanukkah. That's Yiddish.
A Freilichen Hanukkah.
Or Chag. Hanukkah Sameach, Happy Hanukkah, that's Hebrew.
Happy Hanukkah Sameach.
A lot of chuchs. You got to be able to do the chuchs.
Is there a Jewish naughty and nice thing? Because, you know, we've got that whole thing.
Everybody gets gifts. No naughty, no nice. The naughty, nice thing is Yom Kippur. You fast, you pray, and that's pretty much it.
Hold on, we got one of your friends on the phone. Here is a guy named Joel from Mike the Hanukkah guy. Joel.
How you doing there, Mike?
I'm doing fine, Joel. How are you? Happy Hanukkah.
Freilich Pesach.
No, not Pesach, a Freilichen Hanukkah.
You might as well be talking Martian. What did you just say?
I said he was talking about Pesach, which is Passover.
Right.
It doesn't come for another 5 months or so, and we're talking Hanukkah.
Joel, are you Jewish?
Right down to the very clipping.
Joel, you going to do the menorah tonight?
Absolutely.
You married?
Very married.
Kids?
Hopefully, sometime soon we're adopting.
I'll ask her, is she Jewish?
Very Jewish.
That was it. Thank you, Mike, for cutting to the chase on that.
Yeah, well, that's it. You got to do what you got to do.
Is there a crisis in the Jewish community, as there is in the Christmas enjoying communities? The crisis is real tree or fake tree. I see this like on Eyewitness News.
Well, they don't have a tree in the.
Well, no, Mike, I'm getting to this with the menorah.
Okay. Well, like a real menorah or a fake menorah?
Yes. I mean, I go to Walgreens and I see the menorahs that look like cheap pieces of crap. They're like $12. They're made of plastic. And then I go into stores and I see,
nice one. Menorahs can be phenomenally valuable, isn't that correct?
Right, you can have menorahs worth thousands of dollars. But the truth is, the only thing you need for a menorah is a straight row of candles. In other words, you could even take these little tea lights, put them down in a straight row, and that would satisfy. And you're also supposed to put the menorah in your window facing the street so that people can see that you're Jewish and you're lighting the Hanukkah menorah. It's sort of like you guys do Christmas lights. We do menorahs in the window.
Right.
And that's...
Is it now, do you find that people are as into it? I know people talk about at Christmas time it becomes too commercialized and, some people get into the spirit, some people don't. Is Hanukkah alive and well in the United States?
It's become commercialized, but actually right now it's about... It's right now. There you go.
That's me. I'm leading the clapping on that. I'm all for the commercialization
in about
of it.
half an hour or 45 minutes on the mall in downtown Washington on the ellipse behind the White House, they are having the National Menorah Lighting, 25th anniversary for that.
Right.
And that's something that's very big that gets publicity all over the country.
So when you say it's commercialized, it's like...
people go out and buy gifts. They forget. They light the menorahs. They give the gifts. They forget about the miracle of the holiday. And the miracle of the holiday with the oil is why we have jelly donuts and why we have, in Israel, that's very popular, why we have potato pancakes called latkes. But the bottom line is, just like you guys have commercialized Christmas, we've done the same to Hanukkah. Congratulations.
And
another round of applause.
Last thing, how do you feel about electric menorahs? The plug-in client?
Or battery operated.
Yeah. How do you feel about those?
Only in hospitals where you can't light candles. If you're in a hotel room and they don't want you to light a candle, you could do that.
All right. Only in hospitals.
Just a couple of other things I know you'll
sure.
But I got you also the normal dreidels. But each of you, Don and Mike, have dueling dreidels.
Oh,
now,
wow.
Batteries are...
This is the best dreidel you have ever gotten us.
Batteries are required, so I brought the batteries.
Oh,
Thank you
rock.
very much.
Wow. Look at this dreidel.
You know what these are like? Do you remember Fighting Tops?
Yeah.
Right, that's exactly right.
That's what these are like. They come with a little trigger thing, and you actually fire your dreidel across the table at the other kid's dreidel.
And I also brought you sheets showing the meaning of Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Shin, so when you play, you always forget. And one last thing is my office was kind enough to let me off today, so can I put in a plug for them?
Absolutely.
All right, just a brief plug for the Jewish Council for the Aging of Greater Washington, keeping older people independent in their own homes.
Yeah, you do great work with them.
JCAGW.org is the website.
And what I love is you keep them in their homes, don't you?
Yes, we.
I mean, you don't let them out.
We keep them out of the nursing homes and in there.
You keep them in their homes. You lock the doors.
And one last.
You say, "Don't drive."
Don has very radical politics when it comes to the age.
And one last thing, there's somebody, and I never realized this. I've been here, I guess, 5-6 years on the air when Hanukkah has come out during your normal show schedule.
Right.
And there's somebody in our office by the name of Ellen Greenberg.
Yeah.
Very friendly with Freda's sister Robin. When they were growing up, Ellen lived on Clavel Terrace. Freda grew up on Norbeck Road in Rockville, Maryland.
So did I.
And so did you.
Yeah.
And did you know Ellen Greenberg?
You know, I probably
did. Associate with Jews?
Mike's
just
joking.
I don't want to.
Don, did you growing up associate with Jews?
I don't want to make Rob uncomfortable, but one of my best friends when I was growing up, one of the guys that was in my gang, was AJ Wiseman, and AJ Wiseman was the guy that hipped us.
Rob,
you just said before you're 12% Jewish.
This was a kid that hipped us. We had no idea what was going on. I had to be 10 years old. You know, I lived with my parents. You know, it was our way or the highway.
When I was growing up in my neighborhood, I was in Harvey Katz's army. He got all the kids. Mr. Katz got everybody on the street. He bought us all like little army jackets, and we, when all the other dads were like raking leaves, we were sitting there and we'd drill. He'd drill us out there because he was in World War II.
Group?
It was just fun. It's like it's all we did was play army, and he did this for us. And I remember Mr. Katz.
So
God rest his soul. I remember him very well.
With Robin, Freda's sister.
Okay.
And I just thought I'd make that connection.
I'll see Robbie over the holidays, so I'll tell her.
All right. Well, tell her Ellen says hi.
I shall. And Michael, you're great for coming in again, and this is your 7th year. 7th year, we got a break.
Okay.
7th year coming in. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Thank you very much, everybody who's Jewish out there. Don't forget tonight, First night of Hanukkah, and light the menorah.
Do people ever forget? Do you ever bump into people that actually forget?
Yeah.
They go, I can't
That's one of the reasons why I appreciate coming on the air, because your show reaches millions of people across the country.
Very good.
And there are many Jews who will have forgotten, and I'm hoping they remember.
All right, don't forget, if you're a good Jew, don't forget it's Hanukkah, first night of Hanukkah tonight.
Buzz, don't forget.
I won't forget.
Don't forget, Buzz.
Michael, thank you for all the stuff. Have a great holiday.
Okay.
Thanks for coming again.
Happy Hanukkah, Michael.
Michael,
Always great to see you.
Michael Hoffman, our Hanukkah guy.
Thanks.
There he goes. Bye-bye.
Best dreidel yet.
Yeah.
We need a Phillips screwdriver to get these open, and then we can have dueling dreidels.
That they have finally brought the dreidels to where Mike and I think they should be.
Yes, this is the best dreidel we've ever got.
I'm telling you, this is like that game. Was it Fighting Tops or Spinning Tops?
Yeah.
Remember when you were a kid?
Fighting Tops, right?
There were 4 tops in each corner of this little round, sloped
arena or ring.
Sloped little arena, and you would pull on the string on each of your tops, and they would go, and they would just wipe each other out.
This is really the best stuff, and those T-shirts are hysterical. Would you ever wear that T-shirt? You really should, because it's upside down.
Yes,
it's
no one can see it. It's got the F-bomb right there. Oh, we got a break so we can talk to JB from Fox. More show coming right up. Thanks, Michael.
Is the Don and Mike Show.
Can I have a glass of tequila, please?
Listen, sorry, network, we're back getting on the network late.
The Don and Mike Show. Could I have a glass of tequila, please?
I thought about your liver lately.
Okay.
You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
What a mess.
How have you been?
Well,
it's the Don and Mike Show.
No, we're late getting back on the network because we were just having some fun looking at JB's website.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to DonandMikeWebsite.com, we have a link there to JB, James Brown from Fox NFL Sunday.
Yeah. So after you go to our store, you might want to check out his website.
Stop it, War.
Sorry.
I'm reading some of the testimonials on JB's site.
Oh, good.
He's got a lot of good ones. Donovan McNabb.
Sure.
You know what you see on Sundays, what you get from JB.
Yep.
Jillian Barbary, Terry, Howie. And then there's Jim Nance.
What does Jim Nance say?
JB has a great heart. I treasure my friendship with him.
There you go.
Sure.
That goes back 20 years. He never changed with his success. He's the classiest, nicest guy you'd ever want to call a friend.
Way to go, Jim Nance. That's a Jim Nance comment all the way.
Oh, JB on the line? Hey, JB.
That's
JB.
Jim Nance all the way, I'll tell you.
I so much look forward to the weeks with you guys. You guys are outstanding. And you don't even have to say more than what you're intimating, and I'm chuckling all the way.
Well, I'll tell you right now, James Brown, as we walk down the Azalea Line fairways, Jim Nance here, saying JB, James Brown, a great American with a great heart. You know, we know Jim Nance. We had Jim Nance on for the better part of a year.
Friends, Jim Nance here in my hearts of hearts. In my heart of hearts, I'm happy for James Brown, but on another level, friends, I'm dismayed. I'm no longer in the anchor seats. I'm out there calling games. There's JB with his fancy suits and his fancy sets and all of the big ratings. It's Jim Nance.
Wondering why I couldn't have gotten that support from my network.
Go to JimNance.com. There's no message from Donovan McNabb there, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely not. Jim Nance. Jim's a good guy.
JB?
I am so glad that I'm not on camera, although I am clearly too dark to blush nonetheless. I'm glad we're doing this via audio, let me tell you.
JB, first, how is your foot?
You know, the foot is coming along well. Hey, actually, we talked about this last time, that Eddie Murphy movie, Boomerang, that if I weren't so blessed to be hooked up already, that it would be an extremely difficult task finding someone if they judge you on the way your toenails looked.
Yeah. And that was a week ago, so they're still in bad shape, huh?
Yeah, you know what? Not much I can do about it. I don't even think I can find anybody who would want to give me a pedicure, probably for the next couple of years anyway.
Two things I noticed on Fox NFL Sunday this week. JB, of course, the great host. First, dude, there's an awful lot of hand-holding between you and Terry Bradshaw. And I mean, not a lot of, like, even when you're joking. Like, at the beginning of the show, do you hold hands with him?
You know what? That's a very fair question. And my answer is...
Yeah? You do. You hold hands with Terry Bradshaw.
Wow.
You know what? Given that Terry likes to fashion himself as the guy who hired everyone on the program here, right? And that it's his program. He is the straw that stirs the drink. If he reaches over and grabs my hand before we go on air, you know, we had a little routine year 1 and 2 where not only would we give each other the little handshake with about 7 or 8 different moves, but then we fake like we'd be giving each other a kiss on either cheek. He would do that in the studio, Don and Mike, but once we went out on the road, he wouldn't do a thing. I said, oh, so you don't want folks to know that there's a little interracial affair going on here, right?
Right.
You know what? He's still got a lot of that Louisiana inbred in him.
Oh, that's great.
JB, at what time, at what point in any given show, let's just talk about this last Sunday show, at what point do you just say to yourself, I just got to just jump up on this desk and take my shirt off and just tell these boys to settle down. I'll give you a moment.
You'd be like an air traffic controller.
Tell me what's going on in this moment. They're doing a rapid fire thing.
Right.
And JB's got a bunch of questions he has to ask.
When they're on the clock?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, how are you got this long? He's something about Butch Davis. I don't remember the question. He goes to Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson says, and I believe a moment of candor, he says, I don't really even care about this question. Now, it goes back, the camera shot goes directly on JB, and JB's looking up like, hey, you know, brother, this was not what we talked about. we did the run-through. How often does a moment like that happen where you're left holding the bag where a guy says something and they put the camera back on you, JB?
You guys, first of all, it is wonderful talking because you guys are so astute about the business. Jimmy, you know what, and I just got to call it like it is, and I didn't bust him out on national TV, so clearly he was unprepared for the question. Absolutely unprepared. So who does it fall back on? The brother, of course.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, normally I will let them go over it 5, 10. If the conversation is a meaningful one, they're making some cogent points, or in the case of Terry, a coherent point, then I will allow it to go on. But that did catch me off guard because I was expecting Jimmy to at least give me a 10-second response.
Yeah.
And I thought it was.
But I for one enjoy when Terry doesn't make coherent points. I think that's when it's even more fun. Absolutely.
JB, we had an item on the show yesterday about the Christmas Eve game that in Green Bay they're moving Christmas Eve services because, you know, there's never a game on a Friday. This year it's a Fox game. My question is, do you guys, that's going to be the only game obviously on Christmas Eve. Are you guys all going to do your studio show on Christmas Eve?
Yeah, you know what? That's part of the territory, and I'm sure coming up in the business, although you guys are clearly bigwigs and you can determine and dictate your own schedules, unlike us, we have to be there without a doubt.
That's got to be tough.
It is not atypical for the folks in Green Bay for churches to have services very early and or to get out well in advance of the start time for the game so that folks can be there at Green Bay. But, yeah, you know what? We're spending Christmas week I guess those 4 or 5 days, we have to be there that Thursday before, since we have a Christmas Eve game and one the day after.
I have to tell you, as a football fan, there's nothing. It just pissed my wife off to no end when I informed her that the Packers were going to be on Christmas Eve at 3. Because what that means is, you know, we do the traditional family Christmas Eve thing, and it's the one time when, generally speaking, there are no TVs on in our house.
And that game falls right into that, dinner, open up gifts if you do anything on Christmas Eve.
And listen, above all of that, that's an important game. It's against the Vikings. I mean, how can I? So on one hand, I want to say thanks.
Where'd the NFL come up with that one? I'm kind of curious.
You know, I'd like to know the answer. I've long since given up asking about anything that makes sense with respect to the schedule. We just do it. I have no choice in the matter. But I am interested. So how are you going to work out the dilemma come Christmas Eve?
I've already told my wife. It's very simple. I love her. I love my family. I love the Green Bay Packers. I will spend time with them, and then anybody else that wants to spend time with me can come in the room that I'm going to be in watching the game.
And you hope for not an overtime game. Well, you probably will hope for an overtime game.
Have you been to a Packers game, by the way, though, Don?
Oh, yeah. When I was a kid, JB, went all the time when we lived up in Wisconsin.
Boy, you were one of the fortunate ones because you know those tickets are, heavens, they are awfully difficult to come by.
Hard to get. JB, the NFC, what do you think is going to be the worst record that a team will use to get into the playoffs this year? It might be 8-8.
I was about to say it could well be 8, isn't it? And look, I believe in being honest about this, and we talked about it on the air last week. That's the one thing I'm thrilled that management at Fox understands is that we really can't sugarcoat that which isn't a pretty sight to talk about. And the NFC right now, heavens, you've got how many 5 and 7 teams at this time in the season who are in the playoff hunt? Look at all the 5 and 7 teams that are out there. Tampa Bay, Carolina. Now, there's some good stories in there. Don't get me wrong. Carolina having started 1-7 and now having won 4 straight. But you've got Chicago, Detroit still in it mathematically, New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys. That's amazing.
And would it be a stretch to say, for those here in your hometown, in D.C., if the Redskins win the next 4 games, they'd be 8-8. They're not even really out of it, are they?
Mathematically, they are not. And who would have thunk it, given the way things have started with that squad? And, hey, the guys in the studio know that I hurt every time things are going badly. And obviously, they were teasing me this past weekend to see that finally the balance that we were looking for, starting with the ground game, and Clinton Porter's getting 148 yards on the ground. Patrick Ramsey, who has the arm and the ability to go deep so as at least offer that threat. That's what they were looking for all season long. But you're right, mathematically, they would not be out of it.
And with the next game, I don't think it's a good time to get overconfident, though.
No, Eagles. No, not at all. As a matter of fact, Philadelphia is wow. Philadelphia clearly is the dominant team in the NFC, and I don't really, I guess up until this point, I didn't really buy the notion that there was such a thing as a good loss, because you always want to win, and you can always find something to talk about to improve on as a team. But perhaps Philadelphia's loss to Pittsburgh really did serve a purpose, because when the players on the Eagles watched tape of that, they couldn't believe that they were out there playing that poorly. And since that time, they have gone on a run. Brian Westbrook, the young kid from DeMatha High School, has been a wonderful spark for them and brings them tremendous assets to add to what T.O. and the rest of the folks are doing. So that's been a real big plus for them as well.
Last thing, JB, about the Eagles. The deal that Andy Reid made is that if T.O. caught 15 TD passes...
Not going to be a pretty sight.
Have you seen T.O. before the game when he wears that NFL Under Armour stuff?
Hey, tell me he's not trolling.
Yeah, now, I mean, really, I'm no homo, but I'm telling you, the guy's out there, and you look at him, he's like Adonis.
The guy's cut. The guy is ripped. He's proud of that body. He works hard on it. And you know what? That's youth personified in terms of being at the apex as an athlete. The guy is a physical marvel, without a doubt. I cannot imagine, nor would anyone outside of Philadelphia want to see Andy Reid in tights.
Now, this is the bet. Andy Reid says to Terrell Owens at the beginning of the year in training camp, dude, something about, the clothing thing on the team, one of these regiments, you can't wear the skin-tight stuff. He says, I want to. Andy Reid says, you catch 15 touchdown passes this year. Not only can you wear it, I'll wear it. Well, as it turns out, T.O. has 14 TD passes.
Is he going to wear it under his clothes, or is he going to wear it outside?
JB, the way I understand it, the way I've read, he's got to go to practice wearing this stuff right in front of the team.
And the entire team is going to hold Andy Reid to that promise. Andy claims he's not going to call any plays for T.O. when they get down in the red zone. Please. He's not going to play those kind of games. Hey, Andy, and I tease Andy about it, and he is one of the nicest coaches you'll ever meet, one of the best around as well. Hey, Andy, you nor I want to be seen dead in any tights. He's got roles where he doesn't even know he has roles, that's for sure.
Now, is there any chance that they do that behind closed doors?
They got to show it to the public.
Yeah. And they will, believe me. And they will allow the local cameras in there to shoot it, which means it then becomes nationwide.
Right. All right, JB, I'm sure you'll have it in 2 weeks if he does it this weekend. Have a great week this week. Fox NFL Sunday. JB's got the Sporting News radio show every day, heard on WJFK. Always great to talk to you, JB.
Hey, fellas, as usual, have a good one.
We shall. We'll talk to you later.
Take care.
James Brown from Fox, and always a pleasure to talk to him.
He's cool.
He's just the best.
Yeah. He is, and that is a funny bet. I'm thinking about that. And isn't that they're having a great time up in Philadelphia, because that is what it's all about. When a team's on a roll, doesn't that stuff come to the forefront?
I vacillate on a guy like T.O. On one hand, I go, what a jerk. But on the other hand,
he shakes it up. You got to give it to him.
TDs, and that's like a great sucker bet. Because if from his standpoint, if he loses, the guy's already told him he can't wear these tights in practice anyway. Right. So what does he have to lose? So that's JB.
At this stage of the season, are you prepared to pick who you'll see in the NFC Championship game?
Philly.
Obviously Philly, yeah.
And Atlanta.
Okay.
Philly and Atlanta.
All right.
Philly and Atlanta.
All right.
Think so.
Not your guys, huh?
No, don't think so.
Okay.
Don't think so. Not that, hey, Mike, anything can happen.
This is true.
Anything can happen. I got time for this. Rob, would you get the FCC music out, please?
Oh, no.
Because this is, we don't rail about the FCC because we don't have any issues with them anymore. Mm-hmm. But it still is just the most screwed up government in the world, the most screwed up part of our government. Sure. You know that. It's well documented on the morning show on the station. Yeah. So here's the deal. Last year, the FCC, not counting, and I have real numbers here, not counting the Janet Jackson thing with her boob coming out,
right.
They received, a bunch of complaints. They received 100, let's talk specifically about the Fox show Married in America.
All right.
That had strippers and their nude parts of their body were pixelated over.
And the ratings show virtually nobody saw that show.
The FCC received 159 complaints. Of those 159 complaints, all of them except 4 were generated by a group called PTC. That is the
Parents Television Council.
Parents Television Council. Right. What they did was...
So they did a mass emailing.
Yes. Now, you would think that Michael Powell, who's the guy who's the czar of the FCC, you would think that he would look at this and say... This ain't right. You've got one right-wing group that's writing in to complain about things, and also the PTC. They don't think they're doing anything wrong. They said, "Listen, there's junk on TV. We want to take it off TV." Michael Powell says, and I'm quoting Michael Powell now: "Advocacy groups do generate many complaints, but that fact does not minimize the merits of their concerns." So stop and think about this.
Exactly what he's saying. He's saying if they get one letter,
right?
But it's still
agreed.
They're not. If they get 1 or 4 letters, they're still not going to respond to it.
You're still talking about this whole antiquated issue of the FCC saying what's right and what's wrong, and you've got these right-wing groups that are in mass mailing form letters, sending letters to the FCC, and this guy is not even hip enough to say maybe they've got an issue, but it doesn't appear to be.
You've got a guy in Michael Powell. From everything that I read and see on television, you've got a guy that is not going to be admitting he's wrong.
No.
He's not going to back down because, the word that pops up in a lot of articles I read about the commission is arrogant.
Right. Here we
That's
go. Now,
the word that I see.
The total number of complaints for indecency in the FCC, 240,000. That's for the year so far.
Right.
The PTC filed 99.8% of all complaints.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And
what's wrong with that picture?
And yet the FCC is saying, hey, we don't see what's wrong with this.
So if you've got a good computer and you can generate hundreds of these complaints, you can affect change, even though your numbers are relatively small compared to the majority of America.
It's a tiny minority, and they have the focused agenda, and what they're trying to do is censor American TV and radio, and this guy, Michael Powell, is just bending over for it.
What's happened here is the Parents Television Council finally got email a couple of years ago. 3 years ago, the FCC got like 350 complaints. Now it's up to, 240,000.
Yeah, okay, so about the show Married in America. Did I mention this? 159 complaints.
Yeah, and there were
from the
4
PTC.
that didn't come from the PTC.
Right.
The other thing I wanted to mention about this is the FCC did go and look at these 159 complaints from the PTC.
So they were all the same letter.
They could only find 90 of them. First off, the FCC says we got 159 complaints. We lost 60 of them. We lost 70 of them. We've only got 90 of them.
Wow.
And when they looked at the 90 that they managed to hold on to, 4 of them were from 23 different people. So 23 different people had sent like 4 different versions of this. It's 4 people.
Right.
It's 4 people that came together to make this gigantic molehill out of absolutely nothing.
Controlling what we see in here.
Actually make the mountain out of the molehill.
Sorry, I got it backwards. Right. But as always, that's the beauty of the show. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on.
Amazing.
Yeah, it stinks. It absolutely
stinks.
I
just would like to... I don't know whether to overreact or not.
Yeah, go ahead.
Think really, we're in a dangerous time in this country. We are in a very, very dangerous time. And I think everybody's got to be more aware of their First Amendment rights, because I got news for you. There's a group of people in this country that think that their little group, their minority, can really affect the way everybody thinks, and they can change the way everybody thinks.
Don, you are on the air, sir.
Just beware. I don't know how to defend against it, but I mean, I just think everybody ought to be aware.
Yeah, be aware.
This is where we are right now, and then down the road you get to the part where you'll be sitting there and you have too loud a conversation at a restaurant, and all of a sudden you walk out to your car and somebody's tapping you on the shoulder. That's where it ends.
Take you away.
Let me go into break on a happier note.
Yes, please do.
Maybe you heard that what's his name, the famous soccer player that's married to Posh Spice,
Beckham,
David Beckham. Yeah,
right. They had a baby. They named their baby Romeo.
Romeo.
All right, that's retarded, but that's their right.
Romeo Beckham.
Well, as it turns out, John Bon Jovi and his wife just had a baby.
Yeah.
They named the baby Romeo.
That's the new thing.
So
Romeo Bon Jovi.
So John Bon Jovi has put out a public statement, which we received today from Bon Jovi's management office. John Bon Jovi is apologizing to David and Victoria Beckham for naming his son Romeo. And that's going to make this kid feel pretty good.
Sure.
He's been alive for 2 days, and his dad's apologizing.
Why is he apologizing?
Because the statement from Bon Jovi goes on to say, John Bon Jovi was unaware that David and Victoria had already named their child Romeo.
Oh, sure.
And he was very concerned that they thought that he was ripping them off when they chose the name for the child. He says, we called him Romeo thinking it was a beautiful original name, only to find out that they had already chosen it. We apologize to the Beckhams for that.
That's a little over the top.
It's not their fault. The name was actually chosen by the Parents Television Council.
And it was only 4 people that sent 190,000 emails.
That's right.
How funny is that?
That's crazy.
How funny is that? You got a kid, you name him. And besides, shouldn't they be talking to Lil Romeo anyway?
Lil Romeo.
Who is this, Tom? Oh, we got a break. Tom, Don and Mike.
How you doing?
Hi, we're doing great.
I was just wondering if somebody were to create some so-called advocacy groups saying that there's not enough nudity on television, and mass mailed Michael Powell if he'd handle it in the same manner.
No, he would not.
No, he would not, sir. No, he would not. I guarantee they'd lose all those letters.
But wouldn't that be fun?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, see you later, Tommy.
The PNC, the Parents Nudity Council.
Got it, Frank. We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Cousin! What do you think of my spread, huh? Can you believe it? They used to test H-bombs on this beautiful piece of property.
Eddie, don't you worry about radiation.
All I know, Clark, is that my teeth have never been whiter, and my garden is spitting out 50-pound tomatoes.
The Don and Mike Show. The masters of the triple entendre.
Right.
Don and Mike.
Here we go in station break. How about in Portland, Oregon? Max. 910. Yeah, hey there.
Can you mention the other Portland?
Oh, sure. Portland, Maine, Mike. WCAN. Tampa Bay. 1010 WBZZ. And Buffalo. FM Talk 92.9. WBUF. We'll have Rich Eisen on the show on Friday with NFL, even though we just had JB on. Rich Eisen brought to us by Tower Records and Tower.com. No one has a bigger selection of music and movies you love than Tower. Talk to Billy Bush right now. Want to mention before we get Billy on the air that I just was on the phone with my honey, and I forgot to ask her this when she was down at the station earlier today. Mike just heard the negotiation on the phone.
Yeah, it sounded a little tense.
She is willing to take a digital picture of the demonic picture, and we will put it in the daily log of today's show at DonandMikeWebsite.com.
And then people can take a look at it, and we can maybe get some feedback.
Yeah. Probably won't be up until tomorrow morning because she's got to take the picture, email it to the guy. He's got to get the thing, the download of the show and everything. But
remember, art is you like what you like.
So take a look. It's on my wall now. I've discussed it. and it'll be up there tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
She's not pleased. She thinks that I've presented it in the wrong light.
Well, now people can judge for themselves.
I think that's what she's afraid of, Buzz. Hey, Billy.
Yo, I'm logging on to Don and Mike.
Website. Well, it won't be there yet. It won't be there till tomorrow.
Oh,
it's a picture of a hideous a piece of art that my wife bought.
Yeah, and if you log on to that website, Billy, you'll notice that we look a lot older than you do.
I'm getting down there.
But check out the store.
There's Rich Eisen, though. He's cool.
Yeah. Oh, and Nancy. Oh, we don't have your picture up there. I'm sorry. Would you like your picture up there?
We should put Billy's picture up there.
Would you, Billy?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
All right, we'll put Billy's picture up
there.
Put
it on, man.
Consider it done.
Billy, you were where were you? Now, what time are these Grammy things? They were announced this morning, right?
Yeah.
And what time do they do that? Los Angeles time? Do they do that ridiculous like the Oscars at 5:30?
Yeah, it's like 5 in the morning.
5:30
a.m. We had we went for the two big ones we figured, and that was our Sean Robinson Road to the with Kanye West, who did end up being the number one with 10 nominations, and then Tony Potts was with Usher in his suite watching together as it came in. I can't miss.
My kid is nuts about that Kanye West. He's got, and I guess he dresses preppy and like he wears pink. That's where Bart got this pink thing from. He wears like pink sweaters and
the preppy look is in. It all started with Brian Williams a few years ago, and then all the hip hoppers have caught on.
I almost Brian,
not the news guy.
I thought you meant Brian Williams from NBC. So did you have to get up and go to these places and interview these people, or
not this time?
Oh, good for you. So you're moving up on the ranks. You
know, it's pretty good. I get to throw to the package, and it was pretty tight. But Sean went. Tony was in there with Usher. That's a big deal.
Yeah. Throw to the package. I like that jargon. I like
throw to the package.
I went to college with a girl who used to throw to the package. I'm not saying anything else. That's it. Good for you.
Billy, I know that we didn't talk to you yesterday. I read in the notes that you were with Leo DiCaprio yesterday.
We aired the big interview. We raced to get that one on the air yesterday, but tonight we air a much longer piece with Leo DiCaprio talking about his breakdancing days. He wasn't afraid to throw the cardboard down on the sidewalk and bust a move or two. So he lost a major competition when he was 11. He recounts that for us.
I watched a little of that interview from your last one, and he looks like he's a relatively down to earth guy.
He's a great dude.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him in this interview tonight. I asked him about 1997. He blew off the Oscars. Remember in Titanic had all those nominations?
Right.
He decides he's not going to go. That it doesn't look good. Young, cocky guy, 25. I wonder if you did ask me about regretting that, because this year he'll probably go too. And he was so down to earth. You'd love it, Mike. He said, no, dude, I wasn't nominated. The show was, I myself wasn't nominated, and why should I go? I was going to stay home and watch it with my homies.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the first chance for us to work this in with William Shatner now.
Okay, very good.
Leo DiCaprio. I've got just one or two things to say about that young man.
Jenny.
No way, not yet.
Not yet.
No. You just wanted to play it, and you figured that's as good a time as
Leo DiCaprio. That's from William Shatner. Billy, now come on, you're always very honest about this. Of all these actors that you meet, did he seem like a jerk? Did he seem like a normal guy?
Leo DiCaprio?
I'm letting you straight. DiCaprio's a good guy.
No, that came through the interview. I really got that impression that he wasn't being an actor when you were talking to him.
I said years ago, Leo, we used to read the occasional story of Leo and his goons, his entourage buddies out for the night, and one of them cracked some other guy in the jaw. There's those, we don't read those anymore. I said, are you not going out anymore? Have you just matured to the point that you're just you're laying low, or you know tricks how to get rid of the cameras and things? The guy, he said, I go out, I do what I want, go where I want, do what I want, when I want to do it, and but the tabloids have laid off me because there are other people giving him more that want the attention.
Here's the last thing I'll ask you about this guy, Billy. When you get done with him, and please be honest, when you're done, does he appear to be gracious? Does he appear to be one that wants to chat? Or is it like...
Yeah, what's it like when the cameras go off?
Okay, dude, that's over. Talk to my secretary goodbye. Or does he say, that was pretty good?
He reaches forward. He gives you the sort of the slap of the the slap of the hand which turns into the snap of the finger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he says, "Thank you, my brother," and he calls you my brother. And, I'll talk to you soon. I said, all right. And he walks out with his chai latte, and he's gone.
Chai latte.
Chai latte. I've always wanted to say that.
Billy, always great to talk to you. Everybody in D.C., watch Billy tonight, Access Hollywood at 7:30 on Channel 4 NBC. And around the country, it's syndicated. Same time, check your local listings.
Gentlemen, thank
Billy,
you.
talk to you soon.
See ya.
Okay, bye-bye.
Secret.
Bye-bye.
Secrets out.
That's Billy Bush.
I think I get the impression he's loving everything he's doing out there, too.
And why not?
Why wouldn't he? Lottery winner. Yeah.
Really, I'm not blowing smoke. He's good at it.
Yeah.
He's a natural for it. I mean, that is such a forced type of television to do, and he's pretty good at it.
We'll put his picture on the site, but I don't think we'll make his picture as big as Nancy's. I mean,
Nancy's a little easier on the eye.
Nancy's got a couple things going for her. He doesn't. I don't know if you'll see this on Entertainment Tonight or at Access Hollywood or The Inside or any of these dumb shows.
What's that, honey?
I think she'll be back on tomorrow.
Very good.
But it gets to call her honey.
Be ready forward to it.
John Travolta has bought himself a Christmas present.
Now, is this? I know he's into aviation and all that. What did he get?
Yeah.
What did he get?
You're not going to be able to guess. It's not an airplane.
I know he's got a house that's on an airfield, like a house that's at like a real big runway.
He bought a $10 million Zeppelin.
Did he really?
And,
I love it. I love it.
And here's a picture of it, Mike. It's like the big German thing.
Right. Oh my God.
And he bought it from Neiman Marcus.
That picture looks like it was taken in the 1940s.
Well, this is a picture from the catalog, which is in German.
Of course.
Hold on a second.
But it is actually built by the Zeppelin Company of Germany.
Now you just calm down a little bit, Rob.
So excited.
Rob is visibly excited right now.
Neiman Marcus is acting as the advertising agency for this product. All sales occur through ZLT Zeppelin. Rob, you're going to have to read that. I don't read German as well as you do.
ZLT Zeppelin Luftstücktechnik Gimbelton Company.
Sure.
They're very good.
Rob's in the Zeppelins.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's the same company that built the Hindenburg.
What the hell is he going to do with it?
I don't know. I mean, hopefully crash it. It holds 18.
I know they have airships now for like a Goodyear, for sporting events.
The MetLife blimp with Snoopy.
Right. But are these used as any mode of transportation?
They can be. This can achieve 70 knots and has a flight duration of 24 hours, and it's 230 feet long.
Wow. It can go 70 knots?
Yeah.
What a jerk move, though. That's the guy that's just got too much freaking money.
I love it.
600 total horsepower.
Wow.
Yeah, so it moves. There's German ingenuity.
Really, 600 horsepower when you think about...
Guys, it's $10 million for a Zeppelin.
What I'm saying is 600 horsepower when you think about something that big.
Yeah.
They have cars with 600
The only Zeppelin I'd pay that money for is Robert Plant. And he would have to come to my house, sing my favorite song, and maybe
Not Jimmy Page? You wouldn't want Jimmy Page.
Bobby Plant, I think.
Maybe $2 million for Jimmy Page.
Yeah. Or one of the many dead guys in that group.
Can you imagine, though, that's, you see this thing float. Oh, there's John Travolta. He's going back home.
I think I mentioned this yesterday. For anybody that's by a computer now, or, what do I say, that might be by one later.
Anybody out there listening?
Everybody's got a computer.
Right.
I want you to do this when you get home. Have you ever turned your computer keyboard upside down and, like Outcast sings, shake it like a Polaroid picture?
Oh, yeah. I have done that.
Have you, Buzz?
I have.
I never have. I read a story in this magazine called The Register. An ISP provider did a survey where they went to offices and they shook people's keyboards, like Buzz is right now. Buzz, anything coming out of that keyboard?
Yeah, just, crud, flakes of things.
These are the most common...
It's natural.
These are the most common things that you will find if you shake your keyboard.
Very good.
For whatever reason,
breadcrumbs.
I'm getting that old nauseous feeling.
Breadcrumbs is number one.
Really?
Number two, potato chip pieces.
Sure.
Followed by sugar, salt, toe and fingernail clippings.
Absolutely.
Glue, dirt.
Yeah, when are we going to get to the real enchilada?
No boogers, Mike.
No boogers?
The list is rounded out, and I like to think of Travis Bickle. pubic hairs.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that is disgusting. No, that didn't fall out here.
That is totally disgusting.
So take a look. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your keyboard.
And go ahead, don't waste the stuff that's in there. Use it to coat fried chicken.
We're talking about Leo DiCaprio with Billy Bush.
Yeah.
Maybe you've seen this. Maybe you've seen this list. It's the British love making these lists about pop culture.
Chai latte.
It's the 10 worst movie lines of all time. The worst movie line of all time is from Titanic.
Yeah,
I'm the king of the world.
Okay. You hated that movie. And you also hated James Cameron when he said that at the Oscars.
Oh, yeah.
Here are the top 10 worst movie lines of all time. Number 10 is from The Postman with Kevin Costner. You're a godsend, a savior, woman says. Kevin Costner's line.
I don't even remember that movie.
No, I'm not a savior. I'm a postman. I don't remember it either, but it sounds awful.
It's pretty insignificant.
Number 9 from Jerry Maguire.
Oh, yeah.
You had me at hello.
I love that one.
Number 8, they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom.
Our freedom, that's from Braveheart.
Braveheart, right. 7, today we celebrate our Independence Day.
That's from Independence Day.
Right, and these are not the worst. These are the cheesiest.
That's the guy that was the president we both thought should not have been the president.
Bill Pullman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These are the cheesiest movie lines ever.
Not to be confused with Bill Paxton.
Number 5, you can be my wingman anytime. Top Gun.
Yeah.
Number 4, this is from Ghost. I got to do both parts. Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore.
Okay.
I love you. Ditto. Did you remember when she said that?
Yeah.
It was awful.
Sweet.
Number 3, this is from, and I do not remember this movie.
Don't tell me the movie, just give the line.
Is it still raining? I hadn't noticed.
Yeah,
and neither. 4 weddings and a funeral.
Oh, well. What?
Number 2, I just have to say, this would be my number 1. The cheesiest, dumbest movie line ever. This still pisses me off to this day.
Okay.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Oh, wait. It's not from Swingers, is it?
No, it's Dirty Dancing.
Oh, Dirty Dancing.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
I'm thinking Swingers when they go, hey, baby.
You're so money. And then number 1, of course, I'm the king of the world.
You know what's great is Patrick Swayze made the top 10 twice.
You know the thing I have an issue. I take issue with that list for that King of the World thing because
I don't.
You never saw the movie. In the movie Titanic,
I've seen it enough in ads and on TV.
Wait a minute. In the movie Titanic, he's standing up at the front of the boat and he's making a mock statement. It's not like he's really saying it. So I don't know. That takes the cheese factor out.
No, but the cheese was restored. There was cheese restoration.
Well, the cheese
when the director yelled it.
That was cheesy.
Yeah, but you see, that cheapened the movie. That's like making it a catchfatch.
Okay.
But don't you agree with me that I guess you like that movie, Titanic?
Oh, yeah, I liked it too.
But nobody puts baby in the corner. That, to me, that's the dumbest line ever.
I'm trying to remember it, though.
It's the most famous line in Dirty Dancing.
Really?
It's
Nobody
the most
baby in the corner?
It's the most famous line.
Is that what ruined the movie for you?
Yeah, other than that, it was perfect, Rob. Other than that, it was perfect. It's Patrick Swayze. He gets pissed off at the guy. Nobody puts baby in a corner.
If you really want to get a good laugh, though, and I watched Ghost last weekend because it was on. They're running it again for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Check out Patrick Swayze's hair in the movie Ghost. Patrick Swayze's hair is very funny in the movie Ghost.
You know what other movie he's on all the time on cable? Have you ever seen the movie, I think it's on Stars, where he's the trucker and he works for Meatloaf?
Yeah, it's a redneck name, too.
Black Dog.
Yeah,
Black Dog is the name of that movie.
He made like 4 real rednecky movies.
Okay, I just got time for a feel good? Okay. As we get closer to the holidays, it's going to be a Christmas-type feel-good every day, I hope.
Very good.
Here's the story. This comes from... Christ, where? Australia. Thank you, Robbie. Oh, I see that. Australia. There's a bunch of kids, and they're in a department store, and they're waiting for Santa Claus. There's about 45 kids in line, and everything's cool. Santa's greeting the kids one by one. There was a woman that was buying something in the young woman's clothing section. She tripped.
Yeah.
She fell. She fell over 4 flights of stairs. She fell down into this promenade area where Santa was. She fell directly at Santa's feet, broke her neck, and immediately died
at Santa's feet.
At Santa's feet.
With the kids there.
Yeah, with the... Well, that's what I got for you today.
You said she fell down 4 flights of stairs?
Yeah, well, it was one of those stores.
Oh, you mean like it was one of those open-air things?
One of those stores where you take the escalator from level to level, and she was up 4 levels. She looked over to yell at someone, and the next thing you know, she
straight down.
And right down, splat right in front of Santa and all the little kiddies.
All I want for Christmas is counseling.
and it was funny is they interviewed Santa Claus, right? Now, I won't give it, what do I care if a kid's listening now?
It was a heck of a fall.
Here goes Santa Claus, Dan, whatever the guy's name is.
He was a heck of a fool.
Santa Claus says, I heard screaming and saw people running to see what happened. Santa's final word on the topic? It's really not something I want to talk about. It's the first time someone's ever died while I've been wearing the costume. There you go.
Oh, jeez.
There you go. Happy holidays.
Santa.
Happy holidays.
From down under.
Okay?
Wow. Santa Claus. Crikey.
That is pretty good.
Wow.
That's a good feel-good. Got a break now. Don't forget, shake those keyboards. Shake those computer keyboards.
I'll do it when I get home tonight, and I'll send you a box.
We will be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to begin phase 2 of our evil project. Or is it phase... I don't know phases. Anyways, this is the phase in which we put a giant laser on the moon. As you know, the moon rotates around the Earth like so. You see, I've turned the moon into what I like to call a Death Star. What?
Ah, nothing, Darth.
What did you call me?
No, nothing.
Rip off! Bless you. Anyways, the key to this plan is the giant laser. It was invented by the noted Cambridge physicist, Dr. Parsons. Therefore, we shall call it the Alan Parsons Project.
The Don and Mike Show.
They go together like porno books and diced cheese. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Yeah, we're supposed to have Alan Parsons on here in a second. Any of the old farts like me?
Yeah.
Remember Alan Parsons?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is this so good? Alan Parsons Project.
Mr. President, allow me to demonstrate the awesome lethality of the Alan Parsons Project. Fire the laser!
And, of course, made famous again by Mike Myers and Austin Powers.
So now we're just waiting on Alan Parsons, who's in a studio somewhere. I'm not gay about him the way I was about Brian Wilson.
Right, but you're a big fan.
Oh, yeah, a big fan. Let me see. Oh, this is good. Don't Answer Me. That's maybe my favorite song by him. Right. You also remember the one that the Bulls play, Eye in the Sky?
I am the eye in the sky.
I especially remember when the Bulls were winning all those championships. They're the ones that started that ridiculous thing where they do the spotlights in the studio,
right?
And they all come out one at a time and they go, "Now your Chicago Bulls."
Mr. President, allow me to demonstrate the awesome lethality of the Alan Parsons Project.
Then it would be this. They cannot go the Chicago Bulls. But he's got so many more great songs. Time.
Yes.
That was another great one by Alan Parsons.
Like a river.
I Wouldn't Want to Be Like You.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great.
That's another good one. I'm just remembering a couple. Alan, are you there?
I am. How are you?
Hey, how about this? Alan Parsons, everybody.
Thanks for coming on the show, Alan. How you doing?
Doing great, thanks.
First,
how's the weather over there?
No, it's horrible.
Sucks. Let me ask.
Not too great in California, I got to say.
Now, are you in the studio?
Yes, I'm actually mixing a live show for another certain radio station whose name shall be nameless.
That's very kind of you. We appreciate that.
Who are you mixing a show for? I mean, you can tell us. I don't care.
XM Radio.
Oh, XM.
Okay, well, they do a lot of the live concerts, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. In fact, they have a permanent setup at B.B. King's where we did this show.
Wow. Is that the B.B. King's in Memphis, Tennessee?
New York.
Oh, in New York. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Alan, I guess the first question I have to ask you is, how much money have you made? Have you made any additional money off Eye in the Sky with all these basketball teams playing it for their intros?
You know what? It's a hard question to answer because you know when you get royalty statements, you know you everything's kind of lumped together, and you look for a big bump for you know some tracks against others. The Bulls theme is actually called Sirius. It was actually the intro to Eye in the Sky, so it technically does show separately, and it's done well. It gets you know it gets.
But obviously, you're aware of when that gets played. You know if you're not aware yourself, people make you aware of that, right?
Well, yes, they try to, but the thing is, a lot of these media uses are just bought out. You know, they pay a flat fee, and they get to use it as much as they like for no more money. So the answer to your question is no. I did not get rich through Sirius being used for the show.
Alan Parsons, what did you have to do with the Beatles and their albums, and you work with George Martin? I don't think a lot of people know that about you.
Well, I made tea for them. Come
on. What did you do with the Beatles? I mean, as far as the production and the set, what did you do?
I was you know, in training. I was in my first years at Abbey Road, you know, literally training to be an engineer. So I never got beyond the role of tape operator with the Beatles.
But you were in the studio,
which basically means making tea.
Pretty cool. But that's still, I mean, to be in the studio and to be involved. I mean, tape operator.
Great.
Do you have any memories? Do you have any special moments with the Beatles when you were doing that back then?
Well, I mean, the whole thing was a special moment. I mean, just being there, you know, watching what were effectively their last two albums being made. Pretty much, I was there most of the time. So,
listen, I hear
a fantastic education.
Playing the piano. Do you know back in the day, I was a music director back in the day in the early 80s, you were on Arista, and the record guy would come by, the promotions guy would come by with the records, and the first thing they would always say is, okay, you know, we got a really great record by Alan Parsons, and then they would say, but we think it's too good to be a hit.
You know, they would actually say that to you.
Yeah, the record guy would say, this is really a smash, but the thing is, it's so good, we don't think the dumb radio stations are going to get it. So they would come in with a record of exceptional quality and have to sell you on, not the fact that it's a good record, but the fact that it's such a good record that other dumb stations won't play it until someone else does, because they all think it's so good, it's going to be a smash, but it's too good to be a smash.
And then I think one of the reasons that Arista may have you know, put you in that frame of mind was probably because we were really the only Clive Davis signed rock act. I mean, everything else Clive Davis had signed in the past had been pretty much in the pop circles.
Right, he'd come in with 25 Barry Manilow records, and they would also be, oh yeah, here's the Alan Parsons. And really, I heard that about the song in specific. My favorite one, Don't Answer Me. The guy came in, I heard it, and I said, Christ, that's beautiful. It sounds like the Ronettes, and it's got the big wall of sound thing going, and it's like the melodic, and the guy said, yeah, it's just too good to be a hit. Here's the new one called Can't Smile Without You by Barry Manilow. This is, I mean, that's how they would, at least on a local level, push your records.
You actually, I mean, you were cutting edge in a lot of the techniques used in the recording studio, isn't that right?
That's not for me to say. That's for you to say.
Well, I mean, I really think that you were. I mean, a lot of your music is very, very unique. And would you do a lot of experimentation when you were in the studio?
Yes, that was part of the process. Really, just you know, seeing what we could achieve with not only with musicians, but with the studio being sort of manipulated and used as an experimental tool. It sort of became an instrument in its own right, really.
Wow.
Studio.
And the other thing that was great about Alan Parsons' project was they would come out with a record like Games People Play. Games People Play in the middle of the day.
Yes.
And then the next record was Time, which was totally different. It would be a very overproduced ballad, a beautiful record. And I loved all the different stuff that you guys did.
I should take overproduced as a compliment. It's normally detrimental.
No, Alan, you got to understand the way that I like music. When I say overproduced, I mean that as a compliment. I mean, I listen to it and I hear layers of stuff and I hear things that I didn't think I had heard before. How many people are in your project?
Well, it was constantly varying. I mean, we were a studio outfit, so I mean, there was no sort of set band. There was no band on a retainer, as it were. I mean, the principal guys were myself and Eric Wilson, who wrote most of the songs, and we'd bring in, a basic rhythm section, then we'd, bring in soloists, singers, orchestras, whatever was necessary for each track.
Could you ever see yourself...
Without a live show, we were able to do that, of course.
Could you ever see yourself doing a state fair, like the Iowa State Fair? Where they say, and join us this weekend for Billy Ray Cyrus, Kelly Clarkson from American Idol, and the Alan Parsons Project.
Well, I mean, back in the 70s and the early 80s, we never anticipated that the music would ever really make it to the live stage.
Right.
And in fact, it was not until the early 90s that it ever did get performed.
Oh. You got time for a couple of questions? Yeah. I mean, from our listeners?
Yeah, no problem.
Not just our dumb questions. Here's Tony, big Alan Parsons fan. Tony.
Yes. Hey. Hi, Don. Hey, Mike.
Hi there.
Alan, I had a question about the Don't Answer Me video. It was like a comic book. It was really cool. It was like 84, 85, I guess. It was like a comic book video, Don't Answer Me. It was excellent. I just had a question how much you were involved in that and the idea behind it.
I wish I had been. I mean, in those days, well, I have no particular talents in the video area. So it was just, I think we just farmed it out to a company that was good at doing Dick Tracy-type cartoon stuff, and they did a great job. It won some kind of award, as I remember.
You learn something every time you have anybody. Everybody knows about your music, and it's just surprising me. Did you mention that it was the early 90s when you actually put something live together on stage?
Yes, it was.
I had no idea. I actually thought that you might have done that before.
No, it was, I assembled, I think it was a 6-piece, might have been a 7-piece band, and I think it was in 1994. We went and did a European tour.
All right, let's go.
Pretty much all the old stuff and a few songs from the new album we had out at that time.
That had to be, I would imagine, having the hits for that long and then finally getting on stage, especially with the old stuff. Was it kind of a shocking experience for you? It had to be different, I would imagine.
No, I mean, my role until that time had always been, very, very much as a background guy. I mean, what does a recording engineer and producer do to make a live show exciting? Tell a few jokes,
And how did you get approached about? How do they approach you about using your name and the rights for Austin Powers?
Very simple. They didn't.
Oh. But you're not pissed about that, right?
No. I think it did. I think it did Mike Myers some good. It did me some good. So I think it was mutually beneficial. I was not insulted by it in any way. I was all in good fun and good taste, I think.
We don't know each other obviously, but I do believe that we could hang together and be swinging cats. I imagine somewhere you
that's
and
really swell.
You and I don't know if you like him or not, but I've always
a bit of a square myself.
Well, so am I. I've always wanted to hang out with Jeff Lynne as well.
Mm-hmm.
I would think if you got you two dynamic, creative guys, and me, just a mega sloppy fan for your music.
There you go.
It would be
Jeff Lynne's a talented guy.
Yeah. It would be awful for you. It would be good for me.
You didn't, possibly. Put me in my place here. Did you mean Jeff Lynne or did you mean Jeff Wayne?
Oh, Jeff Lynne.
Jeff Lynne.
Jeff Lynne.
I'm often compared with Jeff Wayne as well, because he did the War of the Worlds thing.
Right, right. Hold on. Look at all these calls from all over the place. There's a guy in New York, Dustin. Dustin, you're on with Alan Parsons.
Hi, Alan. I'm a huge fan, and I love your work.
No, thank you.
And I just wanted to know, how long did it take the Alan Parsons project to develop the laser for the Death Star?
The way what? How long it took to develop to what?
I think he hung up before we could get a clarification.
He just hung up. Here is Ken, Don and Mike show.
Oh, hi, guys.
Hi.
Alan. Really enjoyed your Walk Down Abbey Road tour. Is there any chance that'll come back? And do you remember playing in a cow field in South Carolina a couple of years ago?
I think I do. We did a couple of cool open-air gigs with the Walk Down Abbey Road. I don't know if you saw the first year or the second year. Was it?
I think it was the second year, and in fact, I enjoyed the show so much at Wolf Trap. We followed you down to South Carolina, and what a treat that was, even though you guys were probably disappointed at the venue as we were. We were in the front row and just kind of by ourselves and really had a great time.
I'm going to hang up on that guy, because as soon as he says you were probably disappointed in the venue as we were. Let's move on. Here is Kristen. Kristen.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Hi there.
Hey, Alan, I wanted to know what you thought about the Pixies.
The Pixies?
Yes.
Pixie what? Pixie Sticks?
The Pixies,
No,
the band?
the Pixies,
Oh, the
band,
Pixies,
yes.
the band.
The Pixies.
Right,
Yes.
he doesn't care about them.
The Dixie Chicks.
Darling, he doesn't care. Here is Dave in Vermont. Dave.
Alan, I am a big fan as well. How proud are you of your work on the most popular album of all time, Dark Side of the Moon?
Very proud. I mean, it's a big part of my past. It's something I'm never
I
allowed.
had no idea you had a hand in that.
Alan, did you produce it?
I engineered it.
Engineered it, yeah. That's pretty.
Once again, I did not get rich out of it.
And Alan, what's all this deal with if you put on The Wizard of Oz and you put on The Dark Side of the Moon? Did you guys have any idea that people were going to be doing that later? I mean,
well, it's remarkable that people thought that it had any kind of real, what's the word?
Connection.
Any truth, any connection, because the VCR was not invented in those days.
Do you?
We would have had to be using all kinds of big 2-inch, hulking great machines to have been watching any kind of or some kind of film projection system to be synchronizing the music with the movie. So
what is your
the whole rumor was started by somebody with much too much time in his hands, basically.
Everybody, yeah.
What is your criteria to get involved with the project? What do you have to do? You get a gut feel for it? I mean, is it people you know? What has to be there for you to be involved with something?
I mean, back in the days of the Floyd, I mean, I was glad to be given anything, to be honest.
Right.
And to be given Pink Floyd was an enormous honor and enormous privilege.
Is your name really Alan Parsons?
Yes.
I only ask because if you go check in a hotel or you order something online or whatever, you're talking to an operator, you order a pizza, and they say what's your name? Alan Parsons. Mm-hmm. How often do you get...
They sometimes say, "Are you any relation to?" I mean, what a dumb question that is, isn't it?
I guess.
Okay, one more for Alan. We'll let him get back to the studio. Here is Jess. You're on with Alan Parsons.
I loved Alan Parsons' project growing up in the 80s. I loved The Dark Side of the Moon. It's all-time favorite album. Did you have any good Pink Floyd stories?
Well,
from producing that?
Stories. They were... I mean, I spent all told probably 4 years with those guys. I mean, not just in the studio, but
4 years
live.
Alan,
4 years.
Pick one story.
4 years with Pink Floyd, you got to have like a million. Give us just one. One Pink Floyd story.
Okay. Well, the one story was that I had worked with this female singer called Claire Torrey on a covers album. Of Doors songs and the like, and I just put her name forward as somebody that they might want to have come and wail over the song that became known as "The Great Gig in the Sky."
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, right. One of the moments where if I hadn't been there, it might have turned out very differently.
Wow. Okay, I like that.
As a project, do you get government funding? That's a joke. And Alan's got a new album here.
I wish I got any kind of funding.
Alan Parsons, A Valid Past, that has David Gilmour from Pink Floyd, The Crystal Method, and John Cleese is on your new record.
No.
Now, what is John Cleese doing on your new record?
Well, he's actually a neighbor of mine in Santa Barbara. And he very kindly agreed to let me use the dialogue you hear on the record. He originally recorded it as part of a Monty Python DVD release.
Wow.
He was talking to a DJ on a radio station in Washington.
Well,
he just allowed me to use it. I thought it fitted perfectly.
All right, great.
It's funny. Okay. It's very funny.
Okay.
Well, you wouldn't expect anything else.
No, we
wouldn't.
Wonderful.
Alan,
Mr. President, allow me to demonstrate the awesome lethality of the Alan Parsons Project.
We want to thank you. Your music is great, dude. Everybody,
thank you.
Everybody loves you. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks so much, Alan.
Hold on, is this true?
You're welcome.
Hold on, Joe just gave me a note. Is this true? Did you produce the song Magic by Pilot?
I did. That was one of my first.
Ho, 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 it's magic.
No, you are kidding me.
Wow.
Would that get played on your station?
No, not by
right?
But no, I play it as a rejoiner. It would be, that's like in my top 10 all-time favorites. Hold on a second. Yeah. I got it here somewhere. Give me a sec. Oh, God, we got to get it now. I'm so nervous now.
Sure.
Normally, I know where all of these records are
It's
immediately.
exciting. We do play that.
See, Rob goes to the book, and I go just to the box. I got something.
In fact, you know, the
Cut 14.
the guy who sang that song became the bass player of the project band.
So you produced Ho, 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 It's Magic. That song kicks ass, dude. I love that. Rob, where's the CD?
That's a good question.
You're very humble for being involved in so many important pieces of music.
Disc number 2. Disc number 5.
14.
Christ. All right, give me a second here, Alan.
We're going to load it up for you, Alan.
Boy, do I like this.
Taking a trip down memory lane.
Man, boy, did I like this. Ho, ho, ho. It had a red label. I don't remember what the label was. You produced this. You are scary talented, Alan Parson.
Ho, 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 it's magic.
You're the man.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked you before, dude. But that's cool. Are you embarrassed of that song?
Not at all. No.
Good.
No,
Good. Don't be.
I'm very proud of my past, to be honest.
That's one of those songs. If I pull up next to somebody in traffic, and I got it like this loud, when I get up to the stoplight, I turn the volume all the way down.
You shouldn't crank it. Let everybody hear it.
Yeah. Anyway, Alan, you're great. Your new album, we'll have a link on our website. Thanks for joining us, man. You're just a musical legend.
Cool. I hope you'll play a couple of tracks as well.
Thanks a lot, Alan.
All right, thanks,
Take
Al.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Jesus Christ.
He wrote the song Time.
He's a genius. He is. I mean, he's a musical legend.
Yeah.
He took a lot of our time.
Jeez. That's what they call a little tough one.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, it is. What are you going to do?
Well, you know, he's an engineer.
What are you going to do?
That's what he is first and foremost. He's an engineer.
He's a talented guy.
Yeah, absolutely. If Wendell Hall had produced records and was British, it might have gone something like that.
You know, I think the British thing hurt us again.
Yeah, sure.
The British thing hurt us again.
I think he was on uppers. A lot of rock and rollers take medication.
I think he's got to mellow out, but you know, and all that stuff about funding. I think he's going to do just fine.
Yeah,
he's all right.
He's got plenty of shots.
Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon alone.
Oh, sure.
Don't worry about it. Well, he said he was an engineer, though, not a producer on that. So you never know. You really never know in the music business the way the way artists get screwed in the music business. You never know.
Yeah. You know, you never know. Get the album. You know, I'm not even sure if he's credited on the album. That's just something that somebody had told me.
But from the pilot royalties, he is, I mean, hand over fist.
He produced Ho, 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 It's Magic. That's too funny. I wonder if he did any work with the Captain and Tennille.
I'm sure if he was in the studio during that era, he's probably had a hand in a lot of music.
Sure.
Hold on, we got other songs. Joey, what, you did a Google search on this guy?
I went to his website, but when I saw the pilot reference, I said,
that was great, Joe.
No.
Yeah, right.
He also produced by the Hollies, He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother.
Very strong.
He also produced The Air I Breathe. And I just want to say, this next artist, I hate this guy's guts. Al Stewart. Al Stewart, a pox on him.
Isn't that the year of the cat?
That's the guy.
And Time Passages.
Time Passages.
All of those produced by Alan Parsons as well. Thank you, Joe. Phone scan time, everybody. All right, let's take some calls here. Let's get you on the line, get you on the air. These are unscreened telephone calls at 877-365-3636. Come on, see if you can be half as exciting as music legend Alan Parsons was.
Come on, folks, you can do it.
Work it up. You know what? I mean, I like the guy. His music is great.
Yeah.
I think Brian Wilson said more.
Oh, sure, absolutely. No question.
Without question, he did. That is a true statement.
Well, you throw him a softball like, were you an innovator in the studio? And he throws back, well, that's for you to say. I mean, what do you go? Where do you go with that?
I know. Thanks.
Thanks, Al. Big Al, your music pal.
Al Parsons. He's cool.
Albert Parsons.
Mr. Magic.
Yes.
By Pilot. And the label is EMI. Oh, I should have known that.
That's all right.
EMI. It's a 14-second intro, 257, ends very cold.
I picture you in traffic when you turn that down, and your eyes just like dart over to the side to see if anybody's looking at it.
I do. That's like one of the queerest songs on my CD.
A little.
I love it. You like it, Buzz?
I do like the song,
Yeah,
but it is
you're
gay.
queer. Yeah, you're queer.
I am.
Phone scan coming up next. Your calls.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Did I not clearly explain the circle of trust to you, Greg?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Then is there something you want to tell me?
I don't think so.
See, if I can't trust you, Greg, then I have no choice but to put you right back outside the circle. And once you're out, you're out. There's no coming back.
Well, I would definitely like to stay inside the circle.
Well, then tell me the truth.
Jack, I don't know what we're talking about.
All right, now look, Father. I'm a patient man. That's what 19 months in a Vietnamese prison camp will do to you. But I will be watching you, studying your every move. And if I find that you are trying to corrupt my firstborn child, I will bring you down, baby. I will bring you down to Chinatown.
The Don and Mike Show. Regrettably, they have passed.
Right.
Don and Mike.
Phone scan straight ahead, 877-365-3636. Canada, 800-636-1067. I made a bet with J-Dubs today, poor J-Dubs, about the Packers and Lions. It's another tattoo bet that will be paid off on Monday's episode.
He will suffer again.
My wife has graciously agreed tonight she will take a digital picture of the demonic painting in my home. It'll be up at donandmikewebsite.com. The web guy usually gets the recap on by like 8 or 9 tomorrow morning.
Very good.
So go to the Daily Log section.
The Daily Log.
To see the picture. And then I'll take your feedback on that tomorrow.
Yeah. Right.
Plus, tomorrow we'll have an update on Rob's hair.
Yes.
Oh, good. The length of Rob's hair, his bet with Mike.
Yeah, I am not satisfied at all. And
also,
I want justice.
Tomorrow, Frank Jr., Mike, 2 super guests tomorrow. They will blow Alan Parsons out of the water.
Who do we have on tomorrow's show?
Frank Sinatra Jr.
That's very exciting.
And Robert the Angry Mailman.
Oh, my goodness. Is Robert going to be in studio?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Phone scan right now. Phone at 877-365-3636. Here we go.
That is a fair lineup. Yeah.
Your calls on the rotating random phone scan. These are unscreened calls. You're on the air. Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hi, Don and Mike. I'm listening to you in black and white on WRK.
Very good.
And I got 4 things real quick. First one is Bon Jovi's parents should issue a statement apologizing for having an idiot for his son.
All right, I'll reference that real quick because I was listening before because the Bon Jovis have apologized to the Beckhams because the Beckhams named their kid Romeo. Maybe
Bon Jovi should change the name to Rodeo.
Anyway, Bon Jovi named his kid Romeo, and then he sent a letter.
That sounds like it should be Patrick Swayze's first name in a Patrick Swayze movie. Hi, Rodeo.
Nobody puts baby in a corner. Oh, shut up with that.
In yesterday's letter from Joe, there was a flaw in his analysis. In fact, that being a Red Sox fan is what led to Mike's ailments. And
hold on. Are we talking now when you mention Joe? You don't mean Joe Arden?
You mean the guy that was giving me the health advice yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
And that the 2 W's are actually whiskey and whatnot.
All right, I'm already lost.
We're swimming backwards here.
You know what? He's got to be disqualified because he said whatnot.
It's a magical treat when the late Lenny Bruce calls in and observes.
But you were right. We're all going backwards.
Yeah. Thanks for riffing with us.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Heavy.
Don and Mike, Lauren, how are you?
I feel like we're in the Groundlings. We were just doing some breakthrough stuff.
I think they felt better
some
about
great improv.
And whenever you say the Groundlings, I feel like that door should fly open and people should just come running in, doing those big giant step runs that the improv actors do.
And whenever we say the Groundlings, I always think they should come in wearing like suits that make them look like squirrels. I don't know why.
I know, it sounds like that.
You know, hey, we're the Groundlings.
Yeah. We're the Groundlings, improv people.
Almost like the Wiggles. You know, like the American Wiggles.
Improv shows, and we went to one in New York. I know Buzz and I went to one in New York. Great. And it's just the improv. Were you with us too, Rob? You know, and it's like improv. I mean, they're funny, but they're all the same. You know, hello, we're actors.
Crazy improv.
Crazy actors.
Groundlings. Hello, Don and Mike Show. Hello.
Alan, the interview's over.
Hello. Okay, Don and Mike Show. Hello.
Boy, Don and Mike.
Yes, that's why I said Don and Mike Show. Hello.
Yes, sir. I'm sitting outside of Kaufman's at a stop sign. Nobody's beeping.
Okay, the guy's still doing a honk for cash thing.
Keep waiting, sir.
At Kaufman's, that's in Buffalo. See? I remember.
Very
Hello.
sharp.
Don and Mike Show. Hello.
They will sell their merchandise at the lowest price consistent with quality. That's right.
That's Kaufman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that reminds me, Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
We had Mike the Hanukkah guy on earlier today.
I'm playing with my dreidel right now. Began at sunset.
Keep that to yourself, Mike. Hello.
Radio Gods.
I keep telling you, don't touch that dreidel during the show, man.
I know, it's just terrible. I just can't keep my hands off of it.
Hello.
Radio Gods.
You have a big red angry dreidel.
Excuse me. Oh, my God. That's bad. Wow. Man, oh, man. Peace fit.
Hello.
Radio Gods.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, Alan Parsons forgot to mention he's a big Absinthe fan.
Is he real? Oh, if only we had known.
No, but he produced a little ditty that you might remember.
What?
We can dance. Get into the mood.
Okay, not really then.
Dude.
So, I mean, is the absinthe thing just totally fabricated?
To set up the joke?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Dude, listen, you're killing us.
You freaking idiot!
Okay, what town does your mom live in?
I'm close to Horano. I'm in Buffalo.
Okay, bye-bye.
I was really thinking that'd be the type of guy, that would be in the studio, getting creative with Pink Floyd.
Would have explained his pacing.
Hello. Don and Mike show. Hello.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, what are you doing to keep your bartenders from ripping you off blind at your bar?
All right, sir.
Look around, Cafe.
Stop by during the day. We can chat.
Hello, Don and Mike show. Phone scan. Hello.
Hi, Don and Mike.
Hi there.
Hey, Don, did you ever get your Christmas lights up?
No, but my wife... God, didn't we discuss this?
Your wife was, at the beginning of the show, it was a very significant part of the show where your wife was talking about the fact that you did not get your Christmas lights up over the weekend when there was nice weather.
All right, shame on me.
And she was going out to get
buy them today.
Big red, blue, and the big ones.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here. I'm not even a part of that. It doesn't affect me, but I remember that.
Right.
Is it too
All right,
much?
shame on me. Another question. Did your neighbors ever take down
you forfeited.
No, you don't get another question.
And then he was sneaky with that. You see, he tried to jam it in there.
I know.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
That's what they do.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Am I on now?
Not for long. What can we do for you?
Don and Mike, great interview. Awesome.
Shut up, NyQuil. Hello, Don and Mike. That guy just sounded like me. It sounded to me like he was on NyQuil. Hey, my great interview.
I'm a big fan of the Alan Parsons Project.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Happy holidays, fellas. How are you?
Thank you. You know, for anybody that was on NyQuil, that Alan Parsons interview probably seemed like we were on speed.
It flew by.
Mm-hmm. If you were on NyQuil, it was like, man, slow down, dude. You're talking too fast.
It's over?
Mike still has his mechanical dreidel.
His dreidel gun for firing the fighting dreidel.
Hello?
Doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I got a holiday joke for you.
No, thank you.
Oh, I got a phone number, man.
Is it your phone number, man?
Yeah, you can have it.
All right, hold on.
I'll bet it.
Hold on a second.
I don't
Trouble,
trust
friend.
Trouble.
Yeah, we have caller ID if it's the number he's calling for. Well, I'll let Joe. What am I saying? I'll let Joe figure it out.
Absolutely.
Hello, Don and
Joe
Mike.
figures everything out.
Trouble.
You know what? Joe figured out that Alan Parsons produced Magic by Pilot.
Absolutely.
He's got one going for him today.
Yeah, he did. And it saved the interview.
Joe. Hello.
Don, Mike,
yes.
Buzz, Rob.
Right. Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Right. Same to you.
Hey, I'm Riley from Sacramento, and I'll take your answer off the phone because I'm not one of your fans.
Okay. Thank you, my friend. Hello, Don and Mike show. This is the phone scan. Sure.
Yeah, I got the tape from you during the Marty Bass Cadillac thing show.
Great. You have a tape of that?
Yeah.
Is this a man with a very large head that was at the show?
I think he's a retarded guy. Do you have any lighter fluid?
No, but my mother's from Horano.
Okay. Listen, just burn that. If you got a tape of me on Channel 13,
eBay.
Just burn it.
eBay, sir.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hey, Don.
Yes?
How you doing? This is John from Ocean City.
Yes, John.
I have to ask the Exalted Stoop, as in Stump the Stoop. Don, am I the song Dizzy, the intro.
Dizzy by Tommy Rowe.
And the song Sweet Pea.
By Tommy Rowe.
Are they both the same, starting off with that drum?
No, no, not the same at all. Thank you. Do you know how many people listening right now, first off, know who Tommy Rowe is? Second, know the song Dizzy. Yeah. Then know the song Sweet Pea.
Yeah. Doesn't he know that you only take Tommy Rowe calls on Wednesday?
Oh. Don and Mike show.
Whatever became of Alan Linewan has been.
Oh, dude, that's so cruel on this holiday.
Has been.
I'll tell you something. He was a man who worked here. And we don't feel this way about him. Mike?
Yeah, I'd like to...
what's his name?
I'd like to big a big salute out.
What's his name, Mike?
To Mr. Alan Leinwald. I didn't really take my cue that well, did I? Works fine.
Get it going again. I'll take the first one. Sir, that call is totally inappropriate, talking about Alan Leinwand. Mike?
He was a great general manager, a guy that we really enjoyed. I'm talking, of course, about Alan Leinwand.
Buzz?
That's the last one.
Thanks,
Alan Leinwand. There were no more has-beens.
I know there were not.
I knew that.
I wanted you to talk till...
That.
It did that.
I love the ending.
Thank you, Buzz. Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Don, Mike,
yes.
Buzz, my brothers.
Tight, bright, out of sight. What can we do for you?
Buzz, will you be my daddy?
It may have already happened.
Every year around this time he gets those requests.
That is a serious question, Buzz. Will you be his daddy? Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're doing great, thanks.
Hey, I'm calling from up here in Canada. I want to say you guys...
That's a shock.
You guys make my work night better, man. I drive truck, eh?
Yeah, is it me or does it seem like everybody's been dipping out of the same eggnog today?
We've all been sipping the same eggnog. Especially Bon Jovi, that Fruit Loop. What the hell does he think? Should my mother write your mother a letter, Mike? Because she named my brother Mike apologizing, or what?
It's a good point. You're absolutely right, sir. No, she shouldn't.
I think we need to take just a serious moment. You mentioned Happy Holidays. Yeah. And even to our friends in Canada. Here we go. Happy Holidays.
Look at Rob. Leave comedy to Rob.
The station's turning out a whole new bunch of stuff, man. I never listened to talk radio until
you're ruining it
for us.
Thank
you, dude. Thank you, dude.
Laughter's contagious.
This song slays us. It's so goddamn not funny and annoying.
I know.
Rob. What has happened to the great novelty records?
That's great. You have them.
They're all in my basement.
Don and Mike Show. Hello.
How you guys doing?
That was so funny. Rob was actually holding his nose and his mouth and his face like he was afraid everything was going to come out.
Yeah.
He was laughing so much. All he had to hear was just... See, it's happening.
There you go.
It's happening again.
You're a mallet head.
It's contagious.
It's the most. It's worse than the singing dogs or the singing cats. Trust me. What is it? 2 weeks, 3 weeks till Christmas? By Christmas, you'll be hating this. Right?
I had the same reaction when we played this generic laugh track with the guy that at the end goes, ah! You know that one that laughs with the real high-pitched laugh?
The Monty Python thing.
Is that Monty Python?
Yeah, this is where it goes.
I never knew where that originated from.
Yeah, it is Monty Python. This one, right, Mike? And I like this one.
Smoothie, right?
Hey, can you imagine if after Halloween we just started playing laugh tracks? Wasn't there a station that did that, actually?
Yeah, I think
that
so.
Played laugh tracks all day?
Right.
I love it.
Hello, Don and Mike Show. Phone scam continues. Hello.
Yeah, I called about the holiday joke.
You're the guy. Hold on. In fact, Joe has
the guy with
confirmed
the number.
This guy is calling from a real phone number.
Wow.
We have the telephone number.
Right.
We want to laugh at your joke. If we laugh at the joke, you'll be the first one ever. If we don't laugh at your joke, we will give out your telephone number on the air. You know that.
Deal.
Okay, go.
We always do this.
Why does Robbie love Hanukkah so much?
Why?
Because the 12 houses he burns all contain Jews and blacks.
Okay, we can call this guy.
Oh,
we can call this
you
guy.
You kidding me?
I mean, I
can't imagine why we didn't laugh at that.
I'm serious. You want to call this guy?
Oh God!
Area code 775. What city is that, friend? So he's already hung up.
Sure.
Area code 775-333-6583.
Yeah, do it on the weekend.
Again, 775-333-6583.
Yeah, and I hope, considering that joke, I hope the guy's like not sitting in somebody else's house with the phone number. You know,
it could be Reno or any place in Nevada outside of Las Vegas.
Hello, Don and Mike Show. Phone scan.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Don, I was seeing if you got that website that I gave yesterday.
Got the what, sir?
From Joe. With the website?
What's he talking
You're going to have to do a little more communicating, sir.
You gave Joe a website?
Yeah, the one about Brett Favre for you.
A Brett Favre website. You hear anything about that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, it's sbflip.com. And
what are you talking about? Something that I'm supposed to know what you're talking about. I didn't talk about a website.
Why are you doing this on the air? Why are you doing this on the air?
Why?
Because I know how you like the Packers so much, and you can lie about Brett Favre's 200th career start.
Yeah.
What about Brett Favre's what?
What?
It's something you can buy. It's a plaque thing from the Danbury Mint.
Okay.
And I thought you'd be interested in it.
Let me just tell you, I love everything from the Danbury Mint.
You have it all.
Just remember when you're ripping this guy's beating heart out of his chest that it's in the right place.
I love everything from the Danbury Mint. I love the little Shell oil trucks. I love the Dukes of Hazzard die-cast cars.
The right place is. You know where the right place is? Beating in the palm of your hand.
Isn't that your favorite flavor? Danbury Mint.
What I am going to do, listen, don't listen to these guys. What I am going to do is what's the item you're talking about me buying?
It's a Brett Favre
plaque.
Thing.
Now listen, hold
Very
on.
nervous.
Guys, get off this guy's back for a second, please. What town do you live in, sir?
Green Bay.
Okay, in Green Bay.
I'm sorry, I was a little harsh.
What I am going to do... Listen, I apologize to my friends. I'm going to buy this plaque from the Danbury Mint that you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to drive to Green Bay. I'm going to break into your home, and I'm going to beat you over the head repeatedly with it until you die. Then I'm going to take your blood, and I'm going to write on the wall, "This is why you should not call the Don and Mike Show." Then I'm going to take pictures of it and put it on our website, donandmikewebsite.com.
Sounds terrific.
Okay,
he's agreeable.
Another happy listener.
Only if I'm brutally murdered.
Yeah.
Yes, fantastic.
This is why Joe didn't mention it to Dawn.
Okay, and while I'm doing this, I'm going to bring your mom over, and we're going to have glorious relations while I'm doing this to you.
Wow.
Okay, you have fun.
Oh, he will.
You made him happy. Fantastic.
Now
I don't know.
Here is your emissary, Joe Ardinger.
Actually, I did take down the website, and I said I would run it right into Don, and, well, I lied. Happy holidays to you anyway.
All right.
Okay, goodbye.
Hey, I got a joke for you if you want to take it.
Right.
Get out of here.
They come back for more abuse.
Green Bay. I got to come up with an alibi for tonight. When I drive to Green Bay, first I got to go to the Danbury Mint to buy whatever it is the guy was talking about.
Don't worry, your alibi's safe. You're with me all night playing poker.
Hello, Don Mike Show. Green Bay police baffled by a murder in East Green Bay tonight. On the wall, written, "Don and Mike in blood."
Don't ever call again.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Dave the Dirty Driver from Buffalo, New York.
Nickname. Sorry, my friend, you're out.
Dave the Dirty Driver.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hey, I was wondering, do you have a website where I can get those T-shirts you guys got today?
What T-shirts?
Oh, the ones from Michael Hoffman?
You know what? I was going to ask Michael Hoffman when he was in here, and I think if we find out, maybe we can let you know.
Yeah, we'll put it either on our website or we'll announce it, sure.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, you got it. Thank you, my friend.
It looked like they have a bunch of them, and they are funny.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hello there, this is Don's daddy. Now, how does I get my caddy?
Hello.
He's not giving up.
Oh, hey, Don and Mike.
Oh, there. Don and Mike Show. Hello.
Yeah, I'm calling about the keyboard.
What keyboard?
The story.
Earlier, the story you were talking about.
All right, if you shake out your keyboard, what comes out? Yes.
I was at my job, and we were doing overtime on Saturday, and the lady who was on the previous shift spilled her cup of coffee into the keyboard, so they had to replace it. But as they turned it upside down, the coffee was floating inside it. There were dead, dried maggots inside it from all the breadcrumbs and sugar.
Sure. Yeah,
Exactly. Terrifying.
Oh, that's
it's absolutely terrifying.
Oh, that's gross.
That's good. That's a good.
I thought you'd like that.
That's a good tipping, but we have so many maggots.
They had maggots online.
They did. Listen.
Hey, this is good. Yeah.
Oh.
What is it? It's a hookah. You know, Turkish water pipe. Looks like a seltzer bottle with a thyroid condition. Who would want a thing like that?
Michael Elston as Buzz Burbank.
You are the last person on the phone scan today. What's your name, friend?
My name is Andrew Killian from Buffalo, New York.
From Buffalo, right on. You know, we are getting a hell of a lot of calls from 92.9 WBUF.
We love you guys up here.
Buffalo.
You're the best.
Thank you for listening. You have got the WWE Armageddon prize pack. Don't miss WWE Armageddon live Sunday, December 12th. That's this weekend. Enjoy it, my friend, on in-demand pay-per-view. Everybody call Comcast or Cox, that's C-O-X, cable system. You know, that kept screwing me up because I kept calling director and assistant saying I kept spelling it a different way. Digital customers, easy ordering with your digital remote. Enjoy, and thank you for listening.
And thanks ever so much.
Hold on just a moment, please. Ever so much.
Owning a radio was strictly forbidden. One man found a way to bring good news to his people. He made it up.
Hi, Buzz.
Hi. Thanks ever so much, Buzz.
Certainly. Tonight, police are mourning the death of 44-year-old Melvin Schmeldlap. Lived with his mom in Green Bay, devoted himself to the Don and Mike radio show.
I've been a CSI only for a short amount of time, but looks to me like he was hit over the head with a Brett Favre plaque. Thanks ever so much.
Do you have the CSI music? I do. If we could, Mike could do a quick David Caruso about that.
And I'll be watching when you see my face again.
Oh, you got it, Rob?
We'll find the guy that killed you with this plaque. Don't worry about it, Rob. No problem.
Killer.
Okay. Bound to be around here someplace.
It says CSI on it.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, that one.
I'll have it in a minute.
Never mind. Never mind.
The momentum is gone.
Rob?
Yes?
I'm watching out for you.
Thanks, buddy.
That was a great idea that's gone now.
Yeah, right.
It's deceased.
Never mind. Never mind.
No problem.
Rob, we should never be without the CSI tape.
I agree.
I mean, this one, for some reason, this one is in front of me every goddamn day. Like, this one's going to get a workout.
I'm not the beautiful lady from Chicago.
Right.
Yeah, we got the results back from DNA. The culprit is Alan Parsons.
Okay, it just wasn't as good.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't as good.
Tried to keep it alive.
I know you did.
I was trying.
Only so much you can do.
Thank God I've got that Dennis Murphy tape, though.
Yeah.
Buzz?
Yes, hi.
And, you know, here's another one that we've got sitting around real close to me, like one of our action tapes.
Goodbye, Turkey. My attorney will be in.
Yeah, that's close by.
Well, that's left over from Thanksgiving.
Leftovers.
Okay. Buzz?
Yes.
You used it.
I know I used it. I know.
It was handy at the time.
Buzz, what is your lead story on news and comments tonight?
Today, the president says things are...
Tonight.
Today.
Tonight.
This evening.
Tonight.
Late this afternoon. The president says things are better in Iraq. The CIA says not so much.
Stay tuned for news and comment coming up on the Don and Mike Show.
Hey, David Caruso?
Yes, Don.
That was very
professional. And I'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
What's the word from Planet Crackpot?
The Don and Mike Show.
You are stupid, and they are not. The Don and Mike Show.
Well, you say. Time for Buzz's News Now. Buzz tonight brought to us by Viramax, the world's #1 sexual pleasure performance enhancer.
Someone call for a doctor?
Viramax, #1 because it really works. Doctor developed, clinically tested, patented. Viramax. Get it at retailers nationwide. Call 1-888-TRY. VMAX. Eric Carmen and the Raspberries from Cleveland go all the way. Yeah. Does anybody remember back in the day, this album had a scratch and sniff sticker on it?
No.
That I think led to all the different bad, awful, oogie, scratch and sniff things that we now have now with men's magazines.
I know that. I think it was a gum company had a contest where the Raspberries would play at your high school.
They did.
Wow.
I remember that when I was in high school.
I remember going into the record store and scratching all of the albums like an idiot to get that smell. And incidentally, that technology, that great scratch and sniff, still exists today. You know those Crest toothpastes that we're crazy about?
Right.
I like the orange citrus one.
And I'm a cinnamon rush.
When I was in the grocery store the other day, I noticed it's scratch and sniff on the box of toothpaste.
So you can decide whether you like it or not.
Very clever.
The only scratch and sniff I remember, I was in my freshman year of college, and it was a magazine.
And I was going to...
In about half an hour, there was a hole in the page.
It later became something like in Swank and Gent and Wee.
Yeah. At 45, I look back on that a little differently.
And now, of course, when you get to be our age, scratch and sniff is just a way of life.
That's right.
I mean, it's just
yes, it is.
something that happens.
Wake up in the morning and...
It's a way of staying healthy.
Wherever you scratch,
you got
sniff.
it. Yeah. How do you know if you're well?
You don't sniff the area that you scratched. A lot of times you couldn't...
Well, you don't have the flexibility.
Couldn't reach it.
Right, you have to be like an acrobat.
And as long as you don't smell infection, everything's A-okay.
Acrobat.
Infection.
Here is Buzz. Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike. The White House claimed that things are increasingly under control in Iraq going into next month's election ring about as true as the words mission accomplished, according to the CIA. A new report from the agency's station chief in Baghdad says the situation in Iraq is deteriorating and may not rebound anytime soon. The report says Iraq has made important progress, especially politically, and it underscores the resilience of the Iraqi people. But the report says the violence has increased and that it's likely to get worse unless Iraq's new government can show it's in charge and improve the economy. Another CIA report in mid-August laid out 3 grim scenarios. The best case prediction?
Yes.
Tenuous stability by the end of next year.
All right.
Worst case, civil war.
Yeah, I'm glad we're there.
And now they're killing each other. I mean,
Right.
that's what it is. They're killing each other.
The Iraqis,
Religious sects.
How many was it? 17 or 18 Iraqis the other day in front of the U.S. What was the consulate building? Was that or is that another? Is that another one of the things that's going wrong over there?
And these apparently are insurgents that are coming from other countries that are doing this now.
Come in and fight religious skirmishes.
It makes you wonder: did we create this environment now where these people are coming in to do this? I mean, I hate to say it, but
we're getting some type of CB interference here, Mike. I apologize, Rubber Ducky.
That's right. And we passed a grim mark today. 1,000 U.S. soldiers now killed in combat, not just killed in Iraq.
Yeah, combat casualties.
Yeah,
right.
Over 1,000 as of today. Lawmakers, meanwhile, are talking about forcing baseball to fix its steroid problem. Senator John McCain says...
Listen.
Yes?
Listen.
Uh-huh.
I know that baseball has an antitrust exemption,
right?
And that's how the government is going to try to slide into this thing, no pun intended.
Right.
Stay the frig out of baseball. I mean,
they can, and they don't have to. If the owners just get together and get a policy,
well, they won't.
That's all they have to do.
They won't. But the problem is, this, as far as I see, if all the players are juiced up, and that seems
football has it, right? Football has that. You test for steroids, you're out, right?
Yeah. I think the football guys are pretty good at hiding it. I don't think they're as dumb as the baseball guys. I mean, look at the football guys. You've got guys that are like 6'7", 385. I don't think they came out of their mom that way. I mean...
Yeah, you're right.
So, yeah, steroids is a problem, and I think that we as sports fans will either go, Barry Bonds' numbers don't matter because he's on roids, or we'll go, oh, well, he's still a cool player. But I don't want the government getting involved in this.
Well, I hope that they're able to get together. The problem is the Players Union for Major League Baseball that, they use an example of Steve Howe, that he was still playing after his 7th drug test.
And how he was. No either.
And when I heard that, I said, oh, okay, well, you might have a little problem with the steroids.
And that guy, Donald Fear, the guy that's the Major League...
the Players Union head.
Right. Every time I see him, he looks like he's wearing a pair of goofy toofies. You would think for a guy who has such a high-ranking position, he'd have some good dental work.
Roger Ebert's younger brother, you mean?
Yeah. And I've seen John McCain on quite a few news shows saying... We don't want to get involved, but we will if we have to. And then I think it was on the Fox show Sunday morning, Chris Wallace said to him, how does President Bush feel about this? And McCain said, well, I can't speak on the record about that. And he said, what do you think? He said, he'd love to get involved in this. So McCain was up front about that.
Yeah.
He wants in, Bush wants in. Oh, come on. We got a war in Iraq. Really? who cares if Barry Bonds took clear or creamy, whatever they're calling it, to jack up his home run totals?
Yeah, but I mean, I think they ought to, once and for all, because of all this publicity, somebody's got to do something. And I think it's up to the owners of baseball to just put a policy in place. And you could do it do it in an hour. Just say, if you test for this, you're out. I mean, don't they have, it does, I know they get around it, but it exists in the NFL. Just put it on paper. I mean, get it done, and then you keep the government out of it. And, John McCain is making political hay with it.
Of course he is.
I mean, that's what that's all about.
He says if the major leagues don't clean up their own act, Congress will write a law and the president will sign it. The exact quote is, he'd love to. There's not a doubt in my mind.
That's exactly what I saw him say, Buzz. That's it.
But McCain says he and the president would prefer, as you mentioned, Don, that the owners and players union fix the problem themselves. They no doubt heard this at the Players Union Convention, which is meeting in Phoenix this week. Steroids are topic one there. Those supporting a legal crackdown on baseball say the message being sent to kids is to succeed, take steroids. And that's what the people backing this government proposal want to try to stop.
Again, too much government. That's just my opinion. Too much government.
The biggest...
Robbie?
What?
Where are my steroids?
I have them back in the office.
Where are your roids?
I want the clear,
right?
and I want the cream.
Remember what you told me.
What?
If I want to succeed, take steroids.
I want to do a better show tomorrow than we did today, so I'm going to need some roids.
I also sent some clear out to Alan Parson.
Just put it a little under your tongue, AP.
Watch out for the side effects of really large teeth. The biggest chain of radio stations in the U.S. has dropped ABC as its main source of news, turning instead to the Fox News channel.
You're talking about Clear Channel now?
Clear Channel Communications, chief competitor to the company that owns this show. It will air Fox News Radio on 100 of its talk stations for at least the next 5 years.
And where are they in the steroid controversy, huh?
Oh, and here's what...
it is called Clear Channel.
Uh-huh. Here's what I saw on Fox News last night. This is so typical Fox News. I don't know. It was after O'Reilly, sometime after 9 o'clock. I know, it was right after football game started, because they got the 10 minutes of junk at the beginning of football, so I'm flipping around. Right. And they go, time for the Fox News, and they come to, boom, Fox News alert. I swear to Christ.
Wow.
I know they're still running this promo. It's a promo for your show that's going to be on tomorrow night. It's been 3 years since 9/11.
Right.
Are we safe? And the question Fox News wants answered, how come we haven't been hit again? Mike, I swear on my kid's life.
Wow. Great.
This is anybody watches Fox News Channel, this is a promo. How come we haven't been hit again? Find out Wednesday night on Fox News. We report you. I'm like, hold on a second.
Isn't that like the guy that, you're watching your favorite team play in a sporting event, and the guy goes, hey, you've got this in the bag. No problem. You're like, shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
Yeah. And really... who wants to know how come?
I don't want to know that we haven't been hit again. I don't want to think about it. I want to, God, that makes me mad.
I swear to God, the promo goes, it's been over 3 years since 9/11. Nothing's happened. Why haven't we been? Like, it's like there's something wrong.
Asking for it. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
What are the terrorists doing wrong that they haven't killed more of us?
And isn't it nice that a cable news show is saying that so they can send that message out to the Al-Qaeda world? That's terrific.
That's great. Fox News President Roger Ailes, former advisor to Nixon and Bush Sr., is now in charge of Fair and Balanced on TV and now on radio with this Clear Channel deal. The deal with Clear Channel makes Fox a competitor against ABC and CBS Radio News. It also adds 500 Clear Channel reporters to the Fox stable. And Clear Channel, whose owners are friends of the Bush administration, now has the unbiased Fox News along with Rush Limbaugh, Matt Drudge, Art Bell, and Dr. Laura.
Although I did notice something that did make me laugh. When they were talking about the stock market, Fox Stocks, STOX,
right?
FOX, get it? Fox Stocks. And it's got the, just like on football. Everything on that channel's got the,
Thank God for the Simpsons. That's all I have to say.
9/11, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Why haven't we been hit again? Almost like we're hey, it's been 3 years. Hey, we're still here. How come you haven't hit us yet? Wednesday night on Fox News.
That's bad on a lot of levels. It really is. But I'm glad that they've got all those good quality reporters now on Clear Channel station.
And I like the girlish Shepard Smith. He is the biggest woman on television. I swear to God, that guy is.
I was looking at, on the Smoking Gun website, I was looking at his mugshot. He's got a nice mugshot on there.
Yeah. Does he really?
Yeah. He got into some battle with another reporter or something like that. If you ever just
was it over eyeshadow or?
I think it was over plucking. You know, who does the best job?
Sure.
Shepard Smith, but it won't happen again.
Mike, that's right on.
Yeah.
That's right, that condescending, I'm Shepard Smith, the way it is. How come we haven't been hit yet?
All about Jenny's roots.
How come we haven't been hit again?
Shepard Smith, look at my eyebrows.
How come thousands of us haven't been killed? How come thousands of us haven't been maimed yet? Well, what's going on here?
I'm Shepard Smith if you put the right eye makeup on me. I look like a cat. I really do.
Hey, you, the slug in line slowing everybody up by writing a check and fishing for your identification.
Oh, Joe.
You're no longer just annoying to some of us. You're annoying to most of us. Mm-hmm. That's the story when we come back.
Good. Thank you, Buzz. Be right back, everybody.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Gosh, I hate to interrupt. It's all been so incredibly fascinating and entertaining and instructive. Really, the time has just flown by.
The Don and Mike Show.
Many fancy them as eccentric. Don and Mike.
For everything official about our show, go to www.donandmikewebsite.com. Go to the store. Daily logs. You download the audio highlights every day. donandmikewebsite.com.
Right.
Infinity Broadcasting, which owns this show and brings it to you. Let me just say, once again, these guys, they're really smart.
They're the best ever.
Now, no one knows for sure what they're going to do when this thing with Stern happens, whenever it happens.
When he leaves. Yeah.
Can I announce? Mike and I are not going to satellite.
Yes.
We are not going to satellite.
Oh, I thought you were going to wait till tomorrow morning for the press conference. Okay. Well, I'm on board, too. We're not going to satellite.
However,
now I've got to get out of a contract.
There was great news from legendary radio station WCBS FM in New York.
Really?
Guess who they've hired as the new morning guy?
Who?
You'd never guess.
The DJ, a radio guy?
No. Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees.
Well, they're set. Salute.
Oh. So who says his company's not in a good position?
What could possibly go wrong?
Progressive. Looking forward to it.
So I want to throw this out there right now.
Are you retarded?
Yeah.
It's not a rhetorical question. Are you retarded?
I want to throw this right now. You heard it here first. Radio gossip. Mm-hmm. Davy Jones will replace Howard Stern.
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones.
Yeah.
D-A-V-Y.
That's right.
Davy.
What are we going to do now? Davy.
Davy and Goliath.
Wow.
Mickey Dolenz on CBS FM.
Wow.
Ay.
Eesh.
God.
Wow.
Oh, was Peter Tork busy?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's all. It's just, that is, in my humble opinion,
it gives you a feeling of confidence, doesn't it?
A legendary radio station, which, like all radio stations, seems to be going down the crapper bit by bit. Mm-hmm. But what they're doing on this station, at least, they're stripping away all of the DJs that were known for making New York radio, whatever it is, and now, so they get rid of Harry Harrison. There's no love lost there for me, for that guy, but still, he's one of those guys who's been there forever.
Right.
Hey, Harry in the morning. So they got rid of him to hire Mickey Dolenz.
Yeah. I bet he's feeling good about himself.
I understand Mickey just edged out Alan Parsons.
Oh, yeah, boy. Come on this show, you take your career in your hands. So stunned. Wow.
Mickey Dolenz. There you go. That's a good sign. Anyway, I'm just real jacked to be here.
Well, understandably.
Real jacked that Mike and I are not going to satellite.
What if his hair's still all black? No, it's probably white. It's probably just a Snow White hair, right?
I think Mickey Dolenz probably dyes his hair.
I'm sure he does.
How old has he got to be now? 60? All the monkeys have to be.
65 to that.
All the monkeys have to be 60.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
I saw a thing about monkeys on TV. Monkeys, not those monkeys. Real monkeys.
Why monkey? Yeah.
Real monkeys. There's something so funny about monkeys. Even when monkeys are doing good stuff, like they have these monkeys that they've trained to help people in wheelchairs.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. That was on the Today Show. Today Show, right?
And they got this monkey, and they're showing how they teach monkeys like to open the microwave door,
right?
And they teach the monkey to answer the telephone, and they teach the monkey to do all this stuff. And it's a guy in a wheelchair, and the monkey's doing everything for him.
Sure.
And it's a great heartwarming story, and you're supposed to feel good. That I just kept looking at the monkeys and cracking up.
Right.
Because they had little diapers on the monkeys.
Of course.
And they would and the monkeys would do all those monkey things, that And then they say, did you see Mike when they said, okay, open the door.
And they do it.
Open the microphone.
But you know what the one thing they didn't talk about?
What?
Teach them to change their own diaper.
Yeah, I mean,
here's a person that can't open his own medicine cabinet, and the monkey's got a diaper on. Who's going to take care of that? See?
Really
there you go.
Question.
But monkeys are funny always.
They are. Funny. Monkeys help you with little household tasks and personal hygiene.
You know what happens?
And personal hygiene.
You know what happens eventually?
What?
After about 2 days, the diaper falls off, and they,
Oh, dear.
they forget to put it back on.
Yeah, then you want the monkey out of the house.
And you're living in filth.
Sure.
Imagine if you got real close with that monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's happened.
Well, personal hygiene. Yeah.
I know that's what you're talking about.
Again, Scatter.
Time for a wash, Scatter.
Again, Scatter.
That's why they're called helper monkeys.
Or it's the fence for you.
Aren't monkeys funny, though?
Yeah.
They are.
Monkeys are the greatest.
Funniest primates, what am?
So congratulations, Mickey Dolenz.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's true. Now the people tediously writing checks, holding up the checkout line, they are now in the minority. In the last year, credit cards, online computers, and debit cards for the very first time were used more than paper checks to pay for stuff. Outnumbered 45 billion transactions to 37 billion paper transactions.
Incredible!
Quoting an economist, it's all about convenience. It's so much easier to swipe and sign, to which he adds, you don't get air miles for writing checks.
And, I cannot stand when I'm in the 15 items or less and a lady writes a check.
Amen.
It's a punishable offense.
And what about when she wants money back on it?
Oh, God!
Isn't that a pisser?
Yeah. Have you ever been back in the 15 items or less? They write a check. They want money back, and they have coupons.
Yes,
sir.
In the speed lane.
And why isn't this coupon good? And then the debate that ensues.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Think
it's
you
fun.
could teach the monkey to swipe?
Yeah, swipe the lady.
Yeah.
Swipe the lady's head.
Or himself. In sports, Minnesota NBA star...
Or go up...
That's been done.
Or go up and actually with your credit card. The monkey could do the swipe thing with the credit card. Is actually what I was thinking about.
I tell you, I got you a Christmas present, but I'm going to change it now because I know what you want.
A monkey.
You want a monkey for Christmas.
Always has. And Minnesota NBA star Latrell Sprewell's been suspended for 1 game without pay after yelling at a female fan to perform a sex act on him. The woman had been heckling Spree at the Staples Center on Saturday. His obscene suggestion was broadcast live on a Los Angeles television station during the game. Sprewell's Wolves went on to beat the Clippers in that game, 107-100.
Was that the actual quote, perform a sex act on me?
No, I think he worded it a little differently.
Hey, lady, why don't you perform a sex act on me?
And we're waiting to hear from the judge in the Kobe Bryant case. Lawyers for Kobe's accuser want to do to him what Kobe's lawyers wanted to do to her. That is, bring his sexual history into court as evidence. The lawyers want to depose Kobe about his sexual habits, and they say they'd like to interview Kobe's wife next month in their civil suit against him.
This is ghetto-licious!
And finally, fun with crime. A shoplifter in Sedalia, Missouri tried releasing a jar of bees into a Kmart.
Bees! They're ripping my flesh off!
Killer bees! He was hoping this would help him get away. And you know what? He was right. He got away. With about $60 worth of CDs, some batteries, a jar of perfume, and a pair of scissors. Kmart security had followed the man into the restroom, but when they opened the restroom door, they were attacked by 100 buzzing bees. Quoting a cop, he probably started yelling, bees, bees, to create this big diversion. Bees! And I don't want to say crooks are stupid, but they haven't gotten any smarter. 3 guys wearing hoods tried to burgle a restaurant, Gabby's Seafood restaurant on Australia's eastern coast. The trio failed to get in because the restaurant has a sliding door which they tried to kick in. Police say these are not your average criminals. Quoting one officer, they're probably more dangerous because they're dumb. I'm Buzz Burbank on the Don and Mike Show.
That's it. We've got to go. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Ron and Fez coming up next on WJFK FM, Live 105 FM, and The Buzz in Tampa Bay. We'll be back tomorrow with a new episode. Good day to you, sir.
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 That's it. We got to go. We're running late today.
I'm worried about James Brown's toes.
That is an excellent observation.
Heavens.
We'll see you.
Good night.
Till we meet again. This is Sammy Davis Jr. saying, be kind, be nice, and I hope the next performer has the pleasure of having as nice an audience as you've been tonight. And let me leave you swinging.